What is up, Raider Nation? How you doing, man? Coach Gravy here on the solo dolo right now, waiting till my boys get back in here. If you guys can hear me, or you guys can uh, hear me, see me good, I can see myself, but I don't know what the volume sounds like. So give me a thumbs up if you guys are chilling, watching, and seeing what's up. I want to thank everybody for being here today. Hope you had a wonderful day today. Kind of hot in my area, getting warmer, but it's supposed to slow down next week. Hopefully it's good weather when we hit the Bakersfield. Hit the Bakersfield trip. Me, Lo, and Gabe will be there. We'll be equipped to have a show, and we got everything we need. We getting some gear. We're getting everything set up, microphones and computers and all our junk that we take with us. So we're gonna be chilling. Thank you, Desert Man. Thank you very much, bro, for being here with us and let me know we got you. You can hear me and everything. But yeah, Bakersfield, man, coming up next week, the 17th. We're gonna 10 days from now, so we're gonna be going live from there. Hope everything pans out. Wi-Fi's cool. We got that covered. You know, well, I'll give big ups to Low for getting that on here hook up, man. He's the tech guy and all that stuff, so he's down with that. But me and Gabe will be there, you know, with our knowledge, and then we'll just talk to everybody, man. If you're there and if you're gonna be there, let me know in the chat, man. Let me know in the chat if you're gonna be there, and then I'll make it a point. Just make it a point to introduce yourself to us and say hey, because a lot of people I see the the pictures that you have when you're on there, but a lot of you don't have them, and I can't see very well, so I can't see it. But um, once you do, and I recognize you do, just please come up and introduce stuff. I'm an approachable person, so you guys, all of us are. So there won't be no problem saying what's up. But then maybe you can get on the show, man. If you feel comfortable, or you don't, you can just say, hey, what's up, and I'll just, hey, man, like there's a Desert Raider right here. What's up? And then you'll just talk on the mic. You don't need to be on there, but I'm excited about the event. You know, we had Lorenzo, the person that runs the event, on our show, and he pumped it up real good. We haven't been on that much lately. Ain't really a lot of Raider news going around, you know, except for the draft and things like that. But hey, we can still talk about the Raiders all day, every day. There's no problem with me doing that. It's just I'm still in my recovery stages. You know, I'm still all peeled out, and it's hard for me to move around a little bit or be in places that I had a long time. So um, it might just be me today, but I was told that Gabe was getting back home from work right now. So I wanted to get it on at 7 o'clock so I could talk to y'all for a little bit, and then Gabe will be on in a little while, so we can put our heads together and see how the Raiders are doing. But as far as that note, I wanted to see how many people's up in the chat and get to telling me what you guys been hearing and what you guys want to do. You know, um, been listening, watch a lot of shows, shows that I respect and guys and stuff. And I like hearing things and haven't been on a lot of shows. I can't get comfortable anywhere I'm at. I gotta if I'm sitting down, I gotta stand up and stretch, and I gotta be walking, or I gotta be laying down. The only thing that makes me feel good is laying down, and I don't want to be on a live like some guys on a pillow laying down with all that stuff. I'm not like that, so I like to be presentable, or I just you know I don't know. I'm comfortable in the camera and talking to people, so there's nothing wrong with me. But yeah, I still got. It's still painful for what I did, and I'm still recovering from my transplant. Also, so that takes a long time. But I had another procedure done a week ago, a couple of weeks ago. Well, I think 2 weeks now, and they reopened the wound out from the transplant, and then that just hurts extra, extra, extra. What up, we the people? How you doing, man? And there's a Raider again. So please say what's up. I got people coming in. It was an hour notice, so people didn't get a chance to see it driving home. Be careful getting home, and hope you guys had a wonderful day. But getting back on the Raiders, I've had this problem. Everybody knows that I was very very excited. Raider Pete, what's up, man? Thank you for being here. Salute. Uh, I had this problem. Well, everybody knows that I pushed to get Austin Genty, and there's no doubt about it. I said we had to. It was a great pick in my view. I haven't heard anybody. I see people get upset. People they wanted their scenario to pan out and things like that. But there was no problem with picking. I didn't hear anybody say it was the worst thing we ever did. It was a wasted pick. I had a lot of people pumping up our draft and really liked our draft. Um, as far as I'm concerned, it made our team better. We're gonna be a young team. Um, I think we have a lot to do still, but I think in the long run, um, you know, I'm expecting a lot. And when I talk about expectations, is that I'm seeing posts on Instagram and things like that. I don't have X or TikTok or anything like that, but I want to note this and let you have you guys the expectations that the Radio Nation put on our draft picks is really, really, um, uh, uh, out of order or out of I understand it because you want the guy to be successful, but expecting someone as a rookie to do something, no matter how high the pick was, uh, it has to be there. I'm expecting Estingenti to be a thousand yard rusher or close to that, but I'm not expecting him to get what I'm hearing. I'm hearing 1,600 yards, or he's a bust already, or 12. That's outrageous, people. That's outrageous. When we get these two offensive linemen going, I'm more hyped up about this offensive line than last year. Confident here with the rookies, with these new rookies in here, and with Kappa, and we can move around people because the situation that we had last year was, it was the same old thing that we were doing, and I want you guys to remember this. John B, man, what's up, man? Thanks for being up in here, man. And Raider Nation, what's up? He says Marshawn loved the Genty pick. That's good, man. Marshawn Lynch, sure, he was filling the role that Marshawn Lynch with us, and I'll get back to what I was saying. Marshawn Lynch with us was a was something that was bound to happen. He loved the Raiders. He's from Oakland, and we all of us know that. I seen him. He got Oakland blasted on his chest, um, which I thought was dope. But he he came to us, and he really didn't do much. It was at the end of his career. It was a good, I want to say, publicity stunt type of thing to get people in the seats. But he's a damn good football player. I had no problem with Marshawn Lynch being on the Raiders, but he didn't do much. But he got hurt a lot. He needs to He needs to. Aston Genty, I'm not expecting him to be the type guy. We the people. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? Thanks for being here. My opinion, my boy. What's always there, man? Good to see you. I'm getting you all in here, man. Early. Get your stuff in early. Got to tackle that. Uh, I will get to that, but the expectations that I wanted you to have is that I see Gino over 21 touchdowns. We the people that I hope that happens, bro. I hope more. Because Gino will get better. Look what he did. Gino will get better with the type guy of Aston Genty. We all know that. We all know that we needed somebody. Aston Genty's better than what we have out there. We know he's not faster than Mostar. Mostar's a fast guy even at his age right now. But I think, we're in this. Um, what we've been doing is, Aston Genty is expected to get 1,000 yards, or he's not doing anything. If he gets 1,000 yards, I'll be very, very happy because we have four guys that couldn't do that. Had more fumbles than touchdowns. We'll score. We're like 8 to 7 touchdowns a whole season rushing the football dead last. And I think this dude could pound it on third downs. I'm gonna sit here and say run the shit out of him. That's what most starts there for. You know, and then you can put this dude Luby in there. You can put, you know, Zamir White can even be a backup role or something like that. Just a backup role, not dependent on to do things. Maybe that's what he was from the get, but we overemphasize his value for the team. And Zamir just said, "Hey, I was on that boat for a little bit because I love running backs. I'm gonna be banging every running back." The Sally, what's up, man? Thank you for being here. Ready to Pete again. Oh, I missed that other question. I'm sorry, bro. I think it was could that other tackle be good for it, or the two offensive linemen? I think one of those tackles is gonna be a guard. Gonna be switched over to guard because he can do that. That's an easy transition for him, and if that does happen, that's gonna be great. That's gonna be great for us. The tackle, the pure tackle right there, I think is gonna be um, a Miller replacement or a Miller, competition type thing. But ain't no gonna be out Miller. Ain't no Miller's our tackle, and maybe he's a competition, but maybe to push what's it, Glaze. But we need to get that. When these rookies blossom, they're blossoming right now. They're playing good right now. You got to get that offensive line set game one. That's our problem. We're mismatching, switching, doing all this shit game 5 of the season. And we can't do that. We've been doing that for the last five years. Putting this guy, putting tackles at guards. If this rookie's going to do a switch, then do it. Do it now. Don't do it because somebody's hurt. We got enough tackles. We got enough guards now. We got enough people that can play both those positions. Is that we shouldn't have a problem solidifying offensive line game one. And that's what we need to do. That'll make Aston Genty better. That'll make him better. That'll make Aston Genty better. That'll make Geno Smith better. And we all know that. I'm not saying anything new to you guys. We're the people. People are already starting to get delusional on these other lives. Yeah, they are, bro. I'm watching people. It's usually their chat, but they're not saying it. But a couple of people are that. I'll be disappointed if he don't get 16 yards rushing. I said, man, what's up with that? That's big expectations. Who does that? Unless you're balling out, going to Super Bowl teams. We don't have that type team right now, and we shouldn't say that. So, anything better. Me and Lo was talking the other night, and I was saying, man, we got to win some division games. I'm seeing all these people, they got us last in the division still, and we can't be that way. We gotta be straight up, pushing for second or first. I'm tired of it, and you all know that. I've been saying that. So we the people. I think most stars. We're not capping on them. I think most stars going to be a good buck for us, bro. We ain't got speed like that ever. And Napoleon Kaufman, McFadden days is when we had speed like that. You know, in my opinion, I haven't heard none of that. Just talk about trading Myers to do what? To get what? That'd be the worst thing. I'll be pissed, dude. We'll have a live for 5 hours talking about how fucked up this they're already messing up, and I didn't even want to cuss today. They do moves like that, then I'm not gonna be with it. I already already got, upset about the, we weren't really about creative, aggressive on getting, you know, free agents. And now we're talking about getting free agents now because of the money that we got. And we should trade for this guy. We should get this dude. We should get Amari Cooper. We should get this guy. I don't want them tired of getting these old dudes. We gotta let, defense. We need a linebacker. And I don't know what the problem is. These guys are seeing this linebacker group and think that it's gonna be a balling out, or maybe they think that the secondary is gonna save them. But I hope they not. I hope they're not thinking that way. But here we go. Now we got the money team here. We got my boy Raider Gay 420. What's up, my boy? How you doing?
What's cracking again?
Gay,
Chilling,
everybody
chilling.
started coming in as soon as you got here, Gabe. Everybody started coming in.
It's cracking.
Yeah, man. We I'm just doing a rant about the expectations that I'm seeing on of other content creators that are saying that Janty should have 16, 17, 1,500 yards rookie season, or he's already calling a bust. I think that's outrageously crazy. And I was just telling people they should slow down the road real quick. But put it like this, guy. If we got Mason Graham, that's like saying, all right, we picked Mason Graham. He needs to get 15 sacks. You know what I mean? Right off the jump. You know, and we know that he's in the. If it happens, great. But I'm good with. I don't even want to put a number on it. We're gonna have a running game. At least we didn't have nothing last year, so that's what I was talking about. What you feel
Shit,
on that? What people saying? I know you've been hearing that, Gabe. So what you think?
to me, like that, the yards, all of that shit don't even matter. Like if he comes in and just if it produces wins, that's all that matters. Really, he could have
Yep.
fucking under 1,000 yards, but if we have fucking 10 wins, shit, I'm shit. He had to have been something because he's part of that team that's turning it around, right? So
Yep.
I don't really buy into all of that shit. I don't really buy into all the expectations and all of that shit yet, especially when they haven't even seen the field yet. You know what I mean? Like we still gotta see improvement in the team and all of that shit. But I just think it's still early. It's narratives that they have to create. You know what I mean? To I don't know. I mean, I guess it's the slow season, like they say. But I just want to see improvement in the whole team as well. Like I think that our running game is going to be better. You know, what I mean, that's going to contribute to the passing game even being better. So like, if there's games where he doesn't, ball out because what I mean, he's the defense is kind of honed in on him. Where it opens up the pass game. That's what we want anyway. You know what I mean? That's the type of effect that we want him to have on the field. Like we don't like obviously we want him to rush for 100 yards every game, but if he's pulling in 8 guys and Gino's being effective because he has one-on-one coverage on the outsides and those guys are winning their matchups too, that's what we want. Like that's what we gotta see, bro. Like I'm not ready to put any expectations on this shit yet. Like I want to see this whole team as a whole because I do see potential in the team, like especially with the offensive pick, like if especially if I think the most important thing, obviously, if Genty, I think Genty is gonna speak for himself, but like if these two third round pick, offensive linemen, especially one of them could just jump in there and actually take over one of the like solidify those guard positions, bro. Like I think we're gonna be way improved on the offensive side, like way
That's what
improved.
I said, Gabe. That's what I was saying earlier too. Before you had got on, I need we've been dicking around with this offensive line. You know, after preseason, switching people wasn't set game one, game two. I think I think they played well game two against Baltimore, but um, I think they didn't get and they just jumped around rotating everybody almost all season, and then we can't have that. We got to get it solidified. Those guys got to be there. They're ready to go game one. I don't want that. Oh, it's only the first game. Shit, nah, you can't think that way. Those games matter. Those first games matter, bro. So we got to win those games.
Yeah,
Maybe starting off whack,
that's what
rotating
matters.
guys.
Like that's
Yeah.
what we've been talking about, right? Like as long as it can, anything that contributes to wins, like the coaching staff, the fucking new quarterback, the running back, like everybody, that all these draft picks, all these free agent picks, as long as it results in wins, bro. Like shit, this was successful. Like, but that's what the NFL is based on, bro. Like wins and losses. Like obviously we want to see improvement, but like wins and losses at the end of the day is what's going to, you know what I mean, make those fans that are not like really into like the details of football, like they're gonna make those fans happy, like those fans content, because you like if you just if there's certain people that are out there that are gonna be able to see like if the team getting better just because scheme wise how good our running game is gonna improve or whatever, like that way like people can see that, like even if they're like sometimes resulting in losses. But I mean I hope that that's not the case, but what I mean is that like with our fan base, sometimes if it don't produce wins and if it don't produce wins quick, like our fan base starts yelling to the rooftop, get next guy, next guy, next guy, next guy. Like they don't want to give no time, no nothing, like to the coaching staff especially. You know what I mean? That's why we've been in a fucking merry-go-round of coaches for like the last 20 years. You know what I mean? So it's like I think it's like hopefully the guys at the top can just have a little bit more patience with everything too, like because like I like already, you know what I mean, like you say, already people are already starting to like put all kinds of expectations on it. As long as the guys at top are more patient and they're willing to see it, like because if we don't win this year or whatever it is, like and as long as we build the foundation and we start winning and it creates winning, the fans will come around no matter what, even if they're mad in the first year. But winning will always winning will always bring back those fans that were on the fence anyway. So it's like that's we just gotta worry about building like that could like that just that what is it like just it's more just being more consistent, bro, being like being
Yeah.
consistent winner, being a winning franchise, like and getting used to that shit. Because if we don't, if like losing the way we've been losing is what has our fans thinking the way they do. You know what I mean? Like you can never. It's like that's why they're always going to be ready for the next guy because they're so used to the next guy. They're always yelling for the next guy because they're so used to the last 20 years, the
Mm.
next guy coming in right away, or the next guy, the first guy sucking, so the next guy has to come in. Like, you know what I
The
mean? So it's like
excitement,
we're
the
just
excitement for the
oh,
next guy.
we're just too used to it.
We got to get out of that. We got that. We have to get out of that because if you think this way about Genty and our second round pick, the best kid, we're already. And I know the big wigs they comp these players and stuff, and I've said it too, but it's just we just got to let him play and get used to this NFL shit. If you're expecting this guy to get this many yards and he's a beast and all this shit. I don't understand. I just want to, I don't. If Genty gets not 800 yards, bro, but he scores 15 touchdowns or 12 touchdowns, I'm down with that. That's what they got to look at. They ain't just yards and shit. How many touchdowns did he score? He's winning games for us. And we're we're getting better at third down. That's why we got these guys because we sucked at those categories. Game we sucked at third down, last and third down efficiency last year. We solved those problems. So we got a guy that's a possession receiver that can play the slot and catch passes and give first downs for. We got a deep threat. So we can't say, hey, you know, Thornton's going to take Tucker's job. I don't think that's going to happen as much as I want it to, but I just want the nation to believe that we put the just like we did with Luby, and now we have to, you know, the next coming of fucking, you know, McCaffrey. I go, nah, that ain't the point. And then he looks bad, and we talk about it, and then people say, hey, we still got Luby out there, but he's not
Hold on.
these guys' guy.
I'm gonna help take something down real quick for the truck. It's pretty heavy, so I'll
That's
be
good.
right back. Be back
I
like 5
got you.
minutes. All right.
I'll talk about this too. You want to say JJ? Who's that? John B. Who you got? What up, Edgar? How been, man? How you doing? Edgar Sosa, what's up? John B, what's up? My opinion, what's up? JJ, who you talking about? JJ, Jameer Rides, Sunset. Who's that? I don't know who JJ is. Now, it used to be Josh Jacobs. I even got pissed off more. If you guys see Josh Jacobs and busting with the boys interview, that pissed me off even more. I was done talking about Josh Jacobs the way he was going. Nah, John B, that JJ played. Nah, bro, we got to start winning football games before we start doing that bullshit. I don't want to be down 30-0 and then have this motherfucking fat boy run the fucking fullback. That's pleasure, bro. That's pleasure right there. You win football games, then you can do shit like that. You win football games, you can start doing shit like that, bro. That ain't no style like that. You don't go 0-6 in the division and start run fat boy out there to do that. He can do that in college, but he ain't gonna do that in the pros. He's a defensive tackle. I don't. I'm not. I'm not excited to have a 300. That that takes it away from the bang it with your running back. What you need that fat ass out there for? Bang it with your running back. Don't even get to the red zone. Score before that. What was I gonna say, bro? My bad. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, about Josh Jacobs. He was mistreated, jacked up. That it was. If you guys hadn't seen that, you got to see Busting with the Boys and Josh Jacobs on there. Well, Josh Jacobs was full blown. Loved the Raiders, bro. Didn't Gave us chances and chances and chances, and he said that we just said no to him. We just said no, and he said that I'm not gonna say who it was, but it was a guy. Him and Max was in the car, and waiting to sign this. He had like an hour before he could sign his contract or get something. And the dude said that, nah, we ain't gonna do that. And he was on the phone. He said he was on the phone with the media talking to Josh Jacobs. And all the times that shit would get leaked out, it was Ziegler doing it. So he had to be with Ziegler. He said it had nothing to do with Mark Davis, nothing. He said he loves Mark Davis. He still talks to him. He still kicks it. Not kick it with him, but and he said he invested so much money in Las Vegas, built a custom home in Las Vegas, and was in the community and did all that shit. And we just let him go like that, treat him like shit. It was less money. Less money. The Raiders were giving him, and they just said no to anything. He goes, "Well, can I get some incentives?" And they said no. So I don't know what the hell Ziegler and McDaniels was doing that they didn't like the guy or whatever, that they didn't treat him well. It was our biggest mistake that the Raiders has ever done, is lose that guy. Because we wouldn't be picking Genty right now. We probably would be picking what everybody wanted. We wouldn't have a problem with running backs if it wasn't if Josh Jacobs was still with us. But he did say he expected us to not win because of what they were doing. So he gave us chances and chances and chances. He said he was the only team that he wanted to be there. He said he wanted to be there. He loves the Raiders. He loves the Raiders Nation. So he doesn't have to write no damn letter to me or a letter uh, to the Raider Nation. We don't need that. I thought it was more. My opinion says I thought it was more concerning what he was saying about when they lost the game and he went to play. He went to he we lost the game and he was pissed he was very upset, and everybody was just all happy about it. And he seen the culture of the Raiders then, so that's the way it was. And he didn't like that, but he was willing to bypass all that and stay with us, bro, and make good things happen. I don't think that Pete Carroll would be disappointed if he had Josh Jacobs. But anyways, just check that out if you guys haven't seen it or you're gonna see it. Check it out and see that that Josh Jacobs clip. He talks about the Raiders and Will. There was another Raider on there, and Tyler Wynn, forgot his name, Will something. He used to be a linebacker that quit in the middle season when we were playing, but he was a you'll get the real shit. But I get pissed off, bro. I get mad when people talk shit about Josh Jacobs, that he wanted too much money and all that shit. Yeah, Compton, that guy Compton, he's all right. They have a good show, but I didn't want to lose Jacobs. That hits me. That hits me different when they talk shit like that. But I don't hear nobody talking about Josh Jacobs. But if
Oh
y'all are
man,
watching, man, check that out. Hey,
what's
Ken,
talking?
if you
What's
see that, you see that busting with the boys with Josh Jacobs in it?
no, I only seen the pivot one.
You gotta watch. You gotta watch that one, man. He goes deep and how Ziegler jacked him up. How
Yeah, but
Ziegler.
I'm
I'm
just
done
tired
with
of
that.
it.
But
Clip.
you
I've
know,
been
you
talking
know.
about the Raiders, bro.
I know it's getting crazy, but
I
I
have no
just got.
bad for Josh Jacobs. Like that's why I don't even want to see that shit because like even though like I hate Ziegler too, you know what I mean? I hate the general manager,
Yeah,
I hate what they did to him. But I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way when somebody talking shit about the Raiders. So it's like I'm a Jacobs fan. I don't want to even see that shit because I know it's just gonna piss me off, whatever. So
yeah.
but
It brought it all back, bro. It brought it all back to me.
yeah, that's why I don't even like yeah, I just don't
You
I
don't
don't
like
even like
that.
I'd rather just not think of him like that. Like I don't even think that's he's right to feel like that, you know what I mean? Because that's a personal thing. He wanted to stay a Raider, like from what I hear. But
Yeah.
that's why I'd rather not watch that one because I seen a clip of that one and I was like, oh no, that one's just gonna piss me off.
You probably would. Well, it pissed me off because it brought it all back and how he was treated, and they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. I don't know.
The pivot
I
one
know
was
for
cool.
this. I said this, bro. That Pete Carroll, he wouldn't have did that shit to Jacobs because he would have realized what he had right there.
And we wouldn't have needed Gentry this year. I mean,
Yeah, we
well,
would have got somebody else. We would have got
happy.
everybody that
I'm
we
happy
wanted.
with the Gentry. I'm happy with the Gentry pick, but we wouldn't have needed him. We would have
Exactly.
been able to get something else. You know what I mean? But I said,
We probably would. We had
and
Jacobs.
we wouldn't have been the sixth pick probably because he would have had a running game
We
better.
should have stayed there. We would have won more games with just with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's
But
what
just
it could
being
should.
that
I mean,
rush,
I'm glad that I'm happy that we're what situation. I mean,
was
the way
good.
it's looking right now. You know what I mean, but because I still think that we're like I said, there's still like $40 million or something like that they have left. You've seen that there's still teams making moves. You've seen what the Dallas did today. You know what I mean, and going to go get George Pickens. You know what I mean from the Steelers. It only took a third pick and a late round swap to go get Pickens. So let's see what the Raiders could do, man. Who knows, man? We still need a corner. I think we still need a safety. Who knows? They're still. I know it's died down a lot, but who knows, man? They could still be looking in the market of like a Jalen Ramsey or something like that, something around those types. So we'll see, man. I think there's still some room to make even this team even better in this offseason, especially because they've left themselves room to work.
Got some money,
Yep.
and what do you think about that Pickens, man? You think we should have? I don't really like the guy. I think he
Not
disappeared.
for, not for Pete. I don't think he wouldn't be right for Pete.
Yeah,
Like I don't think Pete likes that type of attitude player, and I don't think that's the right attitude player for this type of team either. Like if Tomlin's been a great coach, like a good coach, especially he's been a players type coach. So like if he found it difficult, you know what I mean, to like that and traded a talent like that for a third round pick, you know what I mean, so quickly, you know what I mean, not even getting through his rookie contract, I think that has a lot to say with it.
When
You know
is
what
he
I
on
mean?
his
Like,
third year, huh? This is his third year, isn't it?
yeah, so it's like I just don't like I get the narrative of Tomlin hasn't won in a long time, but he's still a good coach. Like he's still a good coach. He's won with teams that haven't been thought of to do anything. You know what I mean? Like he got to the playoffs, I think, one year with even Kenny Pickett. You know what I mean? Starting the year. So I just think that it's like with that, I'd rather Dallas take that gamble than us.
Oh, we know they will, but I hope he won't do that anymore. What about the rumors now? We got to say we don't have much to talk about, Gabe, but the rumors is saying we got Murray Cooper. What
I
this
mean,
Murray Cooper bring back a Murray Cooper type shit?
I don't think we need help more. Like I think there's we should look at other
Those
positions
young
to
guys,
get more help. You know what I mean? Linebacker. Like I know there's not that many linebackers out there, and maybe they're gonna go with that. And like we were talking about it, you know, I think in one of the previous shows where I think this defense is gonna run a lot of only two. I only really have two linebackers on the field at all times anyway. You know what I mean? We're
mm-hmm.
like I don't think we're gonna see a lot of three linebacking, a lot of three line. I don't think you're gonna see a lot of those actual three linebackers on the field. Even when there is three linebackers on the field, I think you'll see a guy drop down like a Palomao or even like a Chin to kind of like fill in that other third linebacker role. Like I think we're only gonna see like you know especially on rundowns. I think you're gonna see a lot of Landon Roberts out there. You know, and then maybe on passing downs and stuff like that. You know, you're gonna see a combination of guys. You know what I mean? A combination of like Devin White. Hopefully he could come around and like one of these other young guys. Hopefully they can step up. You know what I mean? But I don't think there's going to be a lot of times where you're going to see a lot of linebackers out there. So I'd rather go be looking at right now more more defensive back help, either a safety or corner. But I mean I would want like like a coverage safety or something like that too. But we need a corner too. Like if we could trade for like a Jalen Ramsey or somewhere along those lines, or go get somebody like Sante Samuel. He's still available. You know, Junior. There's still some guys out there at corner that are maybe still available. You know, there's still Simmons who's available at safety and stuff like that. So hopefully, like that's I would hope that's what they're looking at. But then again, this team wants to. I do like the image that they're building this team into, but I would say that we need more help at those type of positions than receiver. You know what I mean? That's why I don't know about the I mean, I wouldn't mind the Amari Cooper because maybe he has something left to prove. He's not that old. He has been a stud in this league, but I'd rather go another route at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get defensive guy. I have a problem with the linebacker still. I'm not happy with that part. That's the
No,
only liability I think.
I'm just thinking, I'm not either. I'm just saying, like, I don't think we're gonna see a lot of linebackers out there at all times. You know what I mean? Because if you put it in perspective, like, you might only see two linebackers out there at all times, but you might always have six defensive backs out there or something like that. You know what I mean? At sometimes, there's possible that you might have five to six defensive backs out there at most of the time. You know what I mean? So I just think like that's why like you need to put the emphasis more on that. But
So
I
you
mean, I wouldn't
saying
mind the
we're
linebacker.
gonna be on nickel or dime the whole season or something? Or what? Because
Not the
that
whole
six DBs is
season.
six DBs is a dime defense. We got six
Not the
DBs
whole
out.
season. Not the whole season. But what I mean is like even when there's like three linebacker sets, like I said, I think there's gonna be a lot of times where you'll see a Chin, fill in that role. So
Yeah.
where he's like a defensive back. So like, yeah, he'll probably fill in as like a linebacker role, but he he's a defensive back out there. So you might see six guys out there, out there like DBs, but one actually filling in for like like playing that, that type of linebacker role that we've seen kind of, guys play on our team.
Ready, Paul? That guy's a seventh round pick, bro. See, ready? You're putting that You putting that expectation on this dude. He's a seventh
I, mean,
round pick, bro. Think about that.
I want to see what he has to do to. Like that's why I think there's a combination of it. I think you're going to see a lot of the Landon Roberts out there for sure, like on early downs. And then you might see Devin White. Probably be those two guys be the starters, or however you want to pair it up. But I mean, I just think that like that third guy. I mean, right now on the depth chart, who is it? Luke Masterson.
I hope not.
Exactly.
I hope not. Maybe
But
maybe this, maybe
hopefully one
that
of these
guy we
other
got
guys.
last year that everybody was talking about, that
I
Eichenberg,
agree.
Ohio State guy. Maybe he might step up finally. Or
Amari
we had a
Gator.
lot of but those guys, those the guys that are behind that were behind Spillane and Divine Diablo gave, they had opportunities to get in there and they didn't do
It did.
shit, bro.
It did.
All of them, Well, the other one was Gainer and Masterson too. The other guy, the special team guys, but I expected a little bit from Eichenberg, a little bit more. I'm not the type dude. You know me. I'm not the type guy to say, "Oh, he's a rookie." Let me go. Guys that got picked like that, you need time because they need to develop. And then we have a problem there, and you're depending on these guys that didn't do nothing when they had the opportunity already. I'm not happy with that. And
Yeah, but
the money we got, Gabe, we still got to sign Miller. We got to extend Miller, right? It won't hit us. It won't hit us till next year. And we got having talks with freaking Jacoby too. So I know they're not worried about it because they're participating right now, but that eventually they are, and it matters if we take care of them or not. That's why I'm saying I might just have Jacoby for 1 year, so we need to get a guy in there. Thornton ain't the guy. Besh, maybe they were thinking about that. That's why they got these guys. But I
no,
just know.
I don't think
What's up,
Jacoby's going
Pyro? What you
anywhere.
doing?
I don't think Jacoby's going anywhere. I think that dude's. I think he'll be,
He needs to
especially
be.
with his work ethic. He like that. He's going to be an important role to this team because I think
Mm-hmm.
he's like that. He's like that perfect mold of like what Pete Carroll likes. You know what I mean? Likes to do a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? Likes to go out there and do a little bit of everything. Dog, he does the dirty work, everything. So I think that will work itself out. I think the the Colton Miller one was, I think, is a little bit more interesting, but I think that's going to
Pyro.
get worked itself out too. I think we have money. That's why there's been money, saved up. I think there's the right moves. I do have faith in this regime that they'll keep the right guys that they need to. You know what I mean? I think they're still gonna do some. I mean, with Colton Miller, I think he's there, and I think he sees that this team is heading in the right direction too. So I don't think that these guys. That's why you do see them participating in, especially when people starting to try to make a deal out of it. Like you've seen the Colton Miller news, right away. Like they try to make a narrative out of it. Like they try to make like, oh, he's not at camp and he doesn't have a contract, like past next year and all of this shit. And all of a sudden, 2 days later, he joins the team again at OTAs and shit like that. So I don't think. I don't think that there's a problem with contracts or any or these players like looking for the contract right now. Like I think these guys are. I don't know, man. I think that there's a new like I don't know, like there's something different with I think
It,
like that
it
this team
feels
is
it
gonna get.
feels weird in a positive way though, don't it? It's like
Yeah,
positive way. Why are these guys participating? They gotta have to. We're gonna work it out. We're gonna get you paid. We're gonna do this. So then you feel comfortable to come and work
they
with your
killed that
teammates.
narrative right away too. That's what I liked about it.
Yeah,
They
who
killed
would
that
do that?
narrative right away. You know what I mean? They killed the
What up,
narrative of,
Dale?
oh, he's not at OTAs, which is voluntary. Voluntary, which I understand. Like he's a captain of the team, he should be at those anyway. But like they killed that narrative right away, right after he was there. You know what I mean? So it's like I just think that things will work themselves out, and I think that's why money has been saved. And I think a couple of other moves. I don't think big moves, but I mean the one big move I would love to see is the Ramsey move because that one has been hanging out in the air. He's been known to say that he wants to come to the Raiders. I think like we need a corner like of that type of caliber, which I don't know,
Yeah,
man. I,
but
I can see that.
What I'm
What happened? Go
hearing,
ahead.
bro, is that people are starting to say, like we always do, and and
Right.
Red Paul, I'm not saying nothing new, but you a 7th round pick, man. What are you gonna expect? How you want me to be pumped up that we got a linebacker which we needed, just about the same as a running back? Okay, I'm just responding to Paul real quick. That how could you be excited about you were
I
excited
mean,
about Luby?
but
I'm not gonna be excited about a 7. Yeah, they pan out and
I
they
wouldn't.
do good work, bro. But
What
I'm
I
not
mean is,
excited about
I wouldn't compare every seventh rounder the same. You know what I mean?
it. Yeah,
Because remember, there's guys that come out from being unsigned. You know what I mean? Sometimes undrafted free agents. So like maybe just like that guy, like especially like what Spytek said. You know what I mean? Like our 6th round pick, like Mallet pick. I mean, I didn't like it, but like supposedly, Spytek, that's why he didn't take him as one of his picks, or he didn't put any much time because like they knew they wanted to take him. They knew that they were wanted what they wanted him, and he was sitting there, and he might be a diamond in the rough. You know what I mean? Like, or he might be like you say, he might be just a guy that we're putting too much on, like because they're already starting to say he's Julian Edelman 2.0. You know what I mean? So it's like I want to pump the brakes on that too, but like what I mean is like there is also those guys like Julian Edelman. There's guys like Tom Brady. There's guys like 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 to name that's just the name of
well,
few
we
of
got
countless.
Palomau. We have
That's yeah,
Palomau.
exactly.
We Palomau.
What I mean is that's just the name of few of countless,
Mm-hmm.
undrafted guys, and there's been guys that come out 6th, 7th round. So like that's why I'm saying like I wouldn't compare, Lindenberg right away to Luby, but like I get where you're coming from to where like I don't want to put a lot on him because he is a seventh
Over
round pick.
expectations and start saying
Yeah, I don't
maybe
want to
this
put a
guy's
lot on him because he's a
a
seventh
Brian
round pick, but
Urlacher
also
2.0 type shit. You know what I mean?
but what I mean is I
We
don't
just
want
hit.
to give up on him either. I don't want to like say that he's going to be trashy yet because he could be like he could also be great for us. You know what I
No,
mean? He could be one of those guys. So, but I get where you're coming from, though.
I'm not gonna talk shit on an undrafted free agent or a 6th round pick or 7th round pick that unless you do something bad, bro. Every time Luby got the football, he fumbled it, so that's bad. So
I
he
wouldn't put
knows
like what I
better.
mean. All I'm trying to say is like I wouldn't. I'm with you. I don't want to put all the
Yeah.
expectations on him or because he is a 6th, 7th round pick, but I
Mm-hmm.
also don't want to compare him to Luby because Luby did. Luby was. I know people were hyping
Yeah.
him up last year,
Yeah. Big time. So
and
we
he
gotta
ended up to
ease up
be
on
ended up to get 2 carries and 2 fumbles. But like
that.
what I mean is like he also can be the totally opposite of that, and he could be a fucking Ryan Clark. You know what I mean? A Ryan
Full of,
Clark type or
full of
undrafted guy who's a fucking. So it's like that's all I'm saying. Like he can be a diamond in the rough. Like hopefully that is a guy that can come in and maybe we didn't need to pick a linebacker in the first 6 rounds. You know what I mean? And because they seen something in this guy that they didn't. Hopefully he can be that guy, man. But like, yeah, I am with you though. Like let's just hold it and let's not say that he's fucking Brian Urlacher just because he's wearing
Just for
54.
yeah, the Brian Urlacher 2.0 shit, and then what I was going through,
Just
and I
because
just
he's
wanted
wearing
to,
54. I like the number. I love
yeah,
the number. He chose a good number.
but damn, bro, I don't know, bro. I,
I hope he
I
becomes
just
a
hope
good
I hope the best for the guy. I ain't
guard.
gonna talk shit. I ain't gonna talk
I
shit.
mean, I hope he does. I hope he becomes an all pro type fucking linebacker
Yeah,
because
exactly. I hope
if
so
he
too.
makes if he gets that 5'4" and he becomes a great linebacker, I'm getting that jersey because 5'4",
Just
dog.
might,
Like that's
bro.
what he's for. So
Next thing you know, we got the Eichenberg and Lindenberg, the Bergs.
the
We got the
bird,
Bergs, the linebacker Bergs right there. We're gonna call them the Bergs, and they're gonna be hitting it.
Eichenberg
Two
and
young guys.
Lindenberg, bro. The Berg brothers, huh? The Berg brothers.
Bergs, bro. Hey, that's me. I made that shit up, bro. So that anybody says anything, they try to bite that shit from me. Say my boy Gravy did it first, right? But what I was gonna say on Jalen Ramsey is that what I'm hearing from people we respect, Gabe, in the creator game, is that
Uh-huh.
is that Jalen Ramsey, well, he'll be good. We can get him for a vet discount, a vet this and that. And it blows my mind that everybody that
Uh-huh.
wants to be a Raider would say, well, he has to be on a team friendly deal and all this. They don't work that way. Players do that when they're desperate. Jalen
Bro,
Ramsey has nothing to worry about.
like
Jalen Ramsey is not going to take a pay cut. You know, to he's getting traded, so you're going to have to take over his contract. He's not. He still has 2 years left on his contract.
That would be crazy, like bro, like come on, like these guys have done shit in the league for so many years, and you think they're
So
just gonna
long,
come out and be like,
they're not
you
going
think
to
they're
do
gonna
that.
come out and be like, oh yeah, I'll take that much less, you know, like you gotta understand too. Like I understand if this was like a team that was on the verge of
Right
winning a
there.
Super Bowl, and they're right there, and he takes that, you know, he takes that deal because he's gonna be the piece or whatever, and he's gonna make it
What's
like,
up, Reddick James?
but like
What
to
up,
take a
man?
major discount, no. Like I understand that he said that he wants to be a Raider, but like I would be happy if he takes the same deal as if like say like if another good team that's you know contending every year or something like that that if he takes the same type of deal and wants to come to the Raiders, that would make me even happy. Like not even taking the deal. Like if he were just to like pick the same amount of money just to come here instead of another place, that would make me happy. Though. Like I'm not gonna be wishing and fucking like because that's just unrealistic. That's unrealistic to hope that he takes a fucking team discount to want to come here. Like I would be happy with him wanting to come here for the same amount of money as somewhere else because that means that like okay, that he sees that they're doing something right too, and like he chose here over there anyway, and like they look maybe like on paper that they're closer. Like I would shit that would make me happy, bro, because that means we're heading in the right direction and
Yeah,
people are
a guy
seeing it
like that
too.
can improve our
That means
defense.
players
A
are
guy like
seeing
that.
it too.
A guy like that. If we get a guy like that, our secondary is really, really good, even with young guys. And Gabe, that'll be man. That that defensive line would kill people. You know, and then you know what? Maybe that's what they're thinking. Maybe you can think that way, but you got to have linebackers anyways. Even if you have two of them, and then we get a guy like Ramsey in there, he's gonna start, and put Portocito to whoever we got that's not gonna start, but it's gonna be a competition for one side because Jalen Ramsey could sew up one spot, or they're talking about moving him to a safety, and
Cool.
he could
Jalen,
probably do that too. He's a Pro Bowl. He's a Pro Bowl corner, so he could be up safety
he can do
anytime.
both. He could be like a hybrid type to where he could do both, bro. Like
Yeah.
it depends on where they want Ask to play because he has that range. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't think like I think in especially in like you know what I mean in this type of defense to where I think like obviously it's still Patrick Graham's defense at the end of the day, but don't count out Pete's influence. Just don't count out Pete's influence on this defense.
He's a perfect fit. He's tall, long. He was one of those guys before those guys were coming out. But I also seen an interview with Tom Brady that said that he had he wasn't in none of this evaluation for the draft. He said that, and so
This is probably why the
not
holdup is on there too. Like Miami probably doesn't
yeah,
want to play everything yet, so like like Miami gets left with more than 25 million of dead cap money if Ramsey's current contract if he's traded before June 1st. So pulling off a trade after the June date slices the dead cap value at 6 points. So like it'll drop it from 25 to like about a little bit more than 18 million. So I'm pretty sure like if wait a couple weeks, and I'm pretty sure they would love to wait, wait
opinion.
a couple weeks to
What up, man?
save, almost $7 million. You know what I mean? So it's like I think that's one of the major holdups there too, or like, oh, we could all just be wishing, you know what I mean? And he's probably gonna be Miami, but I think he's made it clear that he like I think he's willing to move on. So, and he's made it clear, in years. I know it's years past, but he's made it clear that he's wanted to come here. So like, it just makes sense. You know what I mean? I think it makes sense. I know Cool Kev up here saying that it's a little 4 years too late, but I don't even think he's that old, man. To be honest, I think he's like 29, 30. You know what I mean? So it's like, and he still has a lot left in the tank. To me, I think the dude is still, like probably not what like at what he was like at all pro, but I don't know, man. I think a little bit motivation is still like that. He's still like one of the top corners. You know what I mean? One of the top, top tier corners in this league still, and I know a little bit motivation. Who knows, man? It can still probably give him that little pep in his step back. So I don't know. I still think Jalen Ramsey has a lot left in the tank.
I know he can play man, and we ain't got nobody that can do that.
We need a
If you
corner
do
like that,
play,
man. And that will
if
make
you
all
do
our
play
other
man,
corners so much more effective. You know what I mean? I think that will make our other corners like, and I think Darian Porter's that type of corner to where like, who else would you want it to learn under? You know what I mean? Like technique under and shit like that. Like I like that corner that we got. You know what I mean, from Iowa State, you know, Darian Porter. But like shit, if you get a Jalen Ramsey, that's like a perfect corner to like, you know, learn under too. He has that length. He has, you know, like he's that type. I know probably, you know, coming out of college, you know, Jalen Ramsey was the shit, you know what I mean? But whatever. But Darian Porter's an athletic freak too, man. So it's like you seen that dude blocking fucking field goals, blocking punts, you know what I mean, out there. You know what I mean, so he's an
very
athlete too.
active,
Like I think
very
that
active.
I think he would be a good mentor for these young corners.
What up, Mike J? Thanks for being here, brother. My
Let me.
opinion, he says he has a personal connection with the Rams. I see that too. My opinion. I mean, again, we're just talking about that. It'll be a good fit for us. We think we like it, and we
I
need
mean, yeah, I
somebody
mean,
like that.
he's
Yeah.
been there. He won a Super Bowl there, so I get it. I know he's been there too, but I mean, I'm like until he gets traded there or he gets traded somewhere else, like it's always a possibility because he's had that on his mind and like we still have money left over. Like if we were like against the cap already and shit like that, I wouldn't even be wishing for anything like that or like still being like, oh, let's move money around. Like, nah, to get somebody like that, nah. But we have, I think, the room for it, and I don't know, man. It just, I think the Rams or Raiders. I think he wants to probably be most likely on the West Coast.
You know
What
what?
up,
Is it
Mike?
Lowe's
What up,
birthday
Mike
today,
G?
bro? Is it Lowe's birthday today?
I not sure, man.
Man,
Yeah,
look
he's
at Mike
probably with
said.
he's
Mike
probably
said,
with the
Mike said, damn, today's my boy's birthday.
tortas.
That's why he ain't saying shit. I talked to him
He's
today.
probably
I
with
need
the
to tell him.
tortas.
I gotta call his ass up.
Fucking
He's
loves
out
with
with
the
his
tortas.
family right now. That's why. That's why he's not here. He's out with his family. I didn't want to let his birthday, but
He's a
he's happy
Taurus,
birthday
baby. He's a Taurus.
to
Uh,
Big Low, man. He turned in fucking 28 today. So
Hell yeah.
he acted like it. You got a bunch of birthdays, man. You got you and him back to back.
Yeah. Hey, dog, I'm,
And he
I'm
said,
still getting over my fucking hangover from fucking Saturday night, dog. Like,
dude, I heard that was a sorry ass fight, bro.
I
Canelo.
don't even, bro, I don't remember shit from like, I remember the fight a little bit. I remember it was boring as fuck, but I was already like, kind of like fucking, like already kind of buzzing like bad to where like literally after the fight, I don't
Nah, no,
remember
no.
shit. I don't remember shit, bro. Like, I don't remember
He didn't
fucking
tell me,
falling on
bro.
my head.
He didn't tell
I
me,
don't
and I
think you
didn't
can
ask.
see it anymore. I don't think you can see it anymore. But like right here, like
What was
I felt
that?
like I fucking fell. I
Ah,
fucking bro. I
no,
was fucked up, bro. I
no
was.
footage.
I'm
No
never drinking
footage
like
of it.
that again, bro.
No
Oh,
footage of
there's
it.
footage. There's footage,
I'm
but
gonna get that.
damn,
I'm gonna reach out to Miguel. Then I'm gonna get that shit.
man, no, he don't have it. He wasn't here anymore at that time. Like it was like the only ones that have that footage are top secret. I'm not even giving out the names.
Uh, I'll see him. I'll see him. I'll say, hey, you got game in there? I'll just do it on the silent.
Oh fuck, dog! I was fucked
Nah, I
up,
don't know. I don't know
dog.
Lowe's. I don't know Lowe's
I was
birthday. I didn't ask.
making.
He didn't tell me.
I was on fucking one video that I don't even know what kind of noises I was making. I was like, ah,
You're trying to
ah.
sing. Ah, ah.
No, this was after. This was after everything, dog. Where I was like, my girls already trying to get me inside the house, dog. Like I was already all fucked up.
I get bet you had a good time though. As long as you had a good time, you'll be all right.
Shit, I don't remember shit, so I don't know. I
You
don't remember
blacked
shit
out.
after fucking 10 o'clock. After ten
Uh,
o'clock, and it didn't end to like I don't know. They said like 2:30 somewhere around there. I don't remember anything after that. I
way
don't
to
remember
go, bro.
anything after that.
You
I remember I
deserve
had
it, bro.
right after though. The next day I had to clean up a lot.
Yeah. I said
Yeah,
whatever I said. I just thought why you do shit like that. I used to just apologize to everybody. You know what? I'm sorry. Whatever I said or did, I'm sorry about it. And
yeah,
it
I
was
had
all
to
right.
apologize too. I had to.
So you fell. They said at least the ground broke your fall, Gates. So you cool.
I was fucked. up, dog. Like, and you know what's crazy though? I woke up the next morning and like the first thing I did was like, did I throw up last night? And I was like, I didn't
Uh,
think so because you know you know how when you throw up, like you feel it, dog. Like you know you feel like when you threw up, like your throat, whatever, all that shit. So like I was like, nah, I don't think I did. I come outside, yeah, I'm fucking right. I was
yeah, this lady
never,
with the.
never again, dog.
Well, you're not much of a drinker, though, Gabe, huh? You're not much of a
Exactly,
drinker that much, huh?
exactly. That's the
All
main
right, bro.
reason why
I
I
don't
choose.
see it like that, but me, I rarely threw up, bro. Yeah, and I really did all that shit. So I was
Bro, we were
cool,
like, I like fucking 5, 6 bottles in. They said right here. We
man. And you was
were up,
drinking that?
fucked up.
You was a monster. You were drinking
Hard
much, you see?
about it,
And then
dog.
you wake up, you feel older.
Make my stomach turn thinking about it right now.
Mm, man, I
Ugh.
gotta call my boy. The weed is on the way. Take a rip. That's what my opinion saying.
Yeah, that was crazy, dog. Like fucking. Mm-mm. I'm not touching no fucking alcohol for a while, dog. For a while.
Uh, it's better for you.
Oh yeah, I know. I just stick to weed. I stick to weed. That's why. But I was like, fuck, you only turn 40 once. You only turn every fucking birthday one time a year. But I was like, we only turn 40 once. So I was like, let's go. And I went up. I for sure went up.
Hey, I used to do that. I used to be that way, cokehead, but I was worse, man. I wasn't falling. I was just having kids and shit.
Dog, I
I was
fucking
worse.
have a. There's a video of fucking me dancing to "In a Dream, My Love."
Uh,
My heart.
what's up, Omar? How you doing, brother? Good
Oh,
to
yeah,
see you, man.
I was flashbacking that motherfucking.
I thought you would think you was Kendrick or something, bro.
Bro, I was everything. That was everything. Fucking
You're
Spanish, like
everything.
fucking. There was Spanish music on. There was
You
fucking Kendrick on. There was all kinds of
you
shit,
was
dog. There's a
Ramon
video,
Ayala too. You was
a lot
Ramon
of
Ayala
videos.
for a minute.
There's a lot of videos, dog. That's all I'm saying.
I go get that shit,
But
Gabe. Watch. You're gonna be surprised when I get it.
oh, fucked up, dog. Like fuck.
That's good,
I don't
man.
remember
Glad you had a
any
good
of
time,
that
bro.
shit. I don't remember any of that shit.
Good
But
times, bro.
for real.
Gravy used to turn up to boy. What's up with that, bro? Look at that. You already getting on me. Play that video, Gabe. What
Oh,
video?
shit, fuck, I don't even have it, dog. I don't have them. I don't have any of those videos. I wasn't in the right mind to even fucking pull out my phone to fucking video anything. Everybody else
You
has
gonna
all the
say I'm
videos.
all drunk right now? Take a picture of me, babe. Go tape me right now. I'm gonna start saying it. Show all the guys on the video.
The next morning, my phone was like by the fucking ice chest and shit. I don't know where the fuck my phone was at, dog.
You lost
I
your
was fuck.
phone too?
No, I found my phone, but it was like it wasn't inside with me.
I used to do that shit all the time.
But yeah, no, but it was cool. I liked it. I mean, I liked that fucking. I had fun for sure, dog. The fucking fights, all the fights were boring, dog. So I was like, at least I had fun. At least.
Yeah, with the beater. Beatles. I'm glad you had a good time, bro. You deserve it. Well, my boy Gabe, I hope my boy Lowe's having a good time wherever he's at.
Yeah, for real, man. Fucking
I'll
low.
buy him some tortas, dude. I'll say take him out to lunch or something. Buy him a torta.
Send him some tortas right now,
But since you
dog. For
can't get no tortas, I'll buy you one, bro.
send him some tortas for the nighttime, dog. From right there, from
Uh,
right there.
and,
I don't know
you
where,
know,
wherever the blades at over there in Fresno.
I don't know. I don't know if he's around me. That's where I live. Where I live at was where all the clubs are at, bro. This is where all the bars and shit are at. They're like
Where's
down
the
the
blade
street.
at? Where's the blade at though?
The what?
The blade. The
I don't
street,
know.
the main street.
Well, he knows what that's at, but he won't try that out, bro. He too scared, bro. He's too
Oh
scared.
shit. Nah,
He
but
knows
that
what
shit was crazy. Hey, but I don't know, man. It's just nothing else.
Ricky.
Like
What's up?
when next time the Raiders If the Raiders make it to the Super Bowl again, dog, I'm gonna fuck it. I mean,
That's the
not to
next
the
time
Super
they'll get jacked
Bowl.
up.
If we make it, no, if we go to the fucking playoffs this year,
Parade.
I'll drink a whole fucking bottle of that shit on this fucking live, dog. I'll be fucked up.
Bro, you'll be tripping, dude. I don't watch you on the live drinking that shit, bro. You be singing. We couldn't even get a word in. We couldn't get a word
Bro,
in, Gabe, if you did that.
the thing is that like I mixed it, dog, because we were drinking tequila
Uh,
and then we were drinking like those fucking buzz balls too.
ooh, that's hot in
Big
LA.
ass,
I heard that's
those
hot in
big
LA.
ass buzz balls and shit like that. Like, and then like they were drinking also some other tequila, and they were drinking fucking. I wasn't drinking beer, but everybody else was drinking beer too. So it's like mixing all of that shit, dog. I was fucked up, bro.
So you went in with the intentions to get all jacked up already. You
And
told
that
us.
those buzz balls shits are fucking dangerous, dog. They taste like punch.
Yeah.
So like I was drinking it like water, dog, like chasing it down, chasing my shots down with the fucking with the buzz ball and shit like that. Like that was crazy. Like I was like they were telling me I
That's
was
why you
doing that
felt
shit. I
that
was like,
way.
yeah.
That's why you felt that way.
Yeah, no,
That's a good feeling, though, bro.
All Sunday it rained, but all Sunday I was in fucking bed, dog. Like
Yeah,
all
you messed
fucking
up the
Sunday.
whole Sunday, bro. Your boy wanted to kick it with you, wife wanted to kick it, and you messed it all up.
I was too much.
You woke up with baby oil, Mike said. Look, you woke up dead out, bro.
Did it out.
You woke up all dead out, bro. Come clean this shit up. Come clean all this shit
Ain't
up.
no party like a
You
diddy
woke up all
party.
shiny, bro. You woke up all shiny.
Ain't no party like a diddy party.
That's fucked
No,
up. That's fucked up. Mike said that. See, at least we
nah,
talking
but
about you, bro.
that shit was fucking. I was fucking having. I had fun though. Like from those videos, I know I had fun. I don't remember, but I know I had fun.
Yeah, you must have. Every like video I see from LA or around there, they all got them buzz balls, dude. And I go to places with my wife,
Never
where they
again.
drink and stuff.
Never again.
They think they sell them in liquor stores and stuff, but I don't know if that's
Yeah,
hot over here.
I saw them at fucking
Um,
7-Eleven.
yeah, they sell them there. I don't know about this generation, but I don't know. Or over here, I don't know if they're hot over here.
Bro, it's just dangerous, dog, because kids will fucking love that shit. It tastes like punch, I'm telling you.
It's hard.
Got
It's
kids.
hard.
Yeah.
It got Gabe jacked up, but you're not a drinker.
I remember when
I
we
don't
were in
drink shit
fucking
like that. I would just
high
drink beer.
when I was in high school and shit like that shit. If you wanted to get drunk as a kid, dog, you gotta go get a cheap ass bottle of some vodka or some shit like that, you know, some MD 20, some Mad Dog 2020 or some shit like that, you know what I
Mad
mean? But
dog.
fuck, man. Now
Nah,
we
we
have
used to get, bro. We used to get Thunderbird, bro.
Thunderbird.
Thunderbird. We used to drink that and some
And I fucking remember
Cisco.
I remember getting
That's what
fucking
them
ditching.
butterballs are.
I
That's
remember
what them.
ditching school, dog, and having the older homies, you know, like they'll go get us a bottle or something like that. Like the older brother's brother, the homie's brother, like he was like older and shit like that. He would go get us a bottle or something like that. We were in high school. He would go get us a bottle, some like anything. Like we were like just fuck whatever we could pitch in for. Like we had a couple dollars or whatever. Like shit, whatever this buys, you know what I mean? Buy us a fucking cheap ass bottle of vodka and shit.
uh, yeah, that vodka's crazy, bro. I'm gonna drink that.
Oh god, or
Only if
anything.
I
You would just
wanted like a and the morning with the a Bloody Mary or something, that's it. A Bloody Mary. But they used to the those balls down now those whatever balls they're like the Cisco when I was growing up, bro. When
basically.
I was growing up drinking the Cisco, that's what that tasted good and it got you jacked up. That's what that shit is now.
Basically, or like that. Remember that? Well, shit. I remember me in high school too. Like if we wanted to get like share a drink with the girls and shit, would get some Alizé,
Alizé was that.
Alizé. You know what I
That's
mean?
what
Or
my
some
homeboy said. I would drink Alizé, but the bitches do.
the,
Who
the
said
red
that was
passion.
a Cat
You
Williams?
know, The red
Cowboy and
passion,
Alizé. I
the
don't drink
fucking red
Alizé, but
passion was
bitches
Alizé.
do. Yeah.
Yeah, but
You always
bitches
had a
do.
bottle inside your car, bro. Either that or
Also,
that hypnotic shit.
I remember Hypnotic came out. Yeah, the Hypnotic
Yeah,
came
you
out.
used to drink that Hennessy and try to make that swamp water, bro. That swamp water shit used to be
The
good.
Hypnotic came out, dog. That shit hit like a motherfucker. I remember everybody and their mama wanted a bottle of Hypnotic. Everybody and their mama had a
Yeah.
bottle of Hypnotic at the parties, dog.
Ah, that's the older days, bro. You drink it with the way you be used
And
to.
they started fucking putting it like with Hennessy and making the Incredible Hulks and shit like that.
Oh, was
They
it
were
was that the
tripping.
swamp water or Incredible Hulk? I think it was Incredible
Incredible
Hulk. My
Hulk.
bad.
Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit
What's
fucking
up, bro? What's up, my boy Lunatic in the house? What's up, man? He said he liked the booms. Bro.
the
Alizé was right by.
booze. I remember I would drink the Alizé over here though.
I don't drink the booms. Real Talk Red Nation, what's up?
What
805,
up?
man. Can't wait to
What
see
up?
you, brother. We're gonna talk. We're gonna get together, man, at the Bakersfield, bro.
2 weeks,
Get
no?
together.
2 weeks, two Saturdays from
The
now. One on
17th,
nothing
gang.
Saturday, next Saturday.
Yeah. We're gonna hook that up. I pumped it up a little. I pumped it up a little. He's gonna get at me. Lorenzo's gonna get at me. We guys gotta get tickets.
Yeah, for sure, Loon. For the
We
females,
gotta
hell yeah, that's what I'm saying. When there was anything else, when we were just around the homies, shit, anything, dog. Go get a bottle of vodka, go get a bottle of Henny, go get a bottle, tequila,
Alizé,
something. You know what I mean? When it was like something like that, where just the homies were just gonna take some shots, yeah. But when it was like, oh, we knew there was gonna be some girls around or something like that, hey, go get some Hypnotic, go get some Alizé, go
Yo,
get
this is
some fucking,
Alizé,
go get
hypnotic,
some
man.
wine coolers, go get some wine coolers. Remember the wine coolers?
Bartles and James and shit like that, bro. Nah, I
Remember
didn't
the
drink
fucking
that
wine
shit.
coolers, dog? The fucking for the fucking bitches, they were like wine coolers, dog. Or
I
oh, look
seen
at
a
the
dude
guys
drinking
are
wine coolers.
Zimas.
I didn't kick it with you.
Well, not
Oh, ready, Loon, you
don't say
going
that
to
we don't take the
Bakersfield?
girls over. Yeah,
Oh, Loon's going to Bakersfield. He better chill with us,
we'll be
bro.
there. We'll be there. Seagrams. Yeah, Seagrams. Shit. My dad used to work where they used to bottle the Seagrams, dog. The Seagram 7.
You better link up with me, Lunatic. We're gonna hook up, bro. I'll take some cigars for you.
The
I'll
California
take
coolers.
cigars for you,
Yeah,
no
that's what
doubt.
I'm talking about.
If you're really
If the
serious about
girls are
you
gonna be
going, you better
around,
hook up on my IG. I'm gonna ask you right after this. I'm gonna
because
ask you
girls
right
didn't
after
want
this.
to
We're
take.
going to Bakersfield.
Remember when you were in high school, girls didn't want to take no fucking shots and shit like that. They were all like sissy or whatever, especially if they were like, too bougie
I
for
don't
it.
know
Like they were
about
just
you, bro,
they
but the
don't
ones
want
I
wine
hung out
coolers.
with, bro, they was getting drunker than us. They were
No,
getting
but they don't
jacked
want
up.
wine coolers. They don't want wine coolers or fucking Zimas or those fucking
Zimas. I got bitch ass Zima. I didn't
some
get on that,
Smirnoff,
bro.
some Smirnoffs.
I didn't get on. All right, Lo. I'm gonna get you some cigars. Don't make me waste no good cigar on you and you not be there.
Yeah, no, we're gonna be there, man. We're gonna be there for sure. I'm gonna fucking drive up there. I'm gonna take the generator too, so we can have the little podcast right there. Shit, we'll have Loon shit on the podcast shit too. We'll fucking have him live right there. Shit, he'll have a special guest, Loon, if you want to show.
Yes,
We're
special
gonna
guest
be
for Stan, bro. You bring Stan with you.
yeah, we're gonna doing the podcast at live at the fucking event, dog. So if you want to, just pull up too, man. We're gonna be right there during the event. I mean, we gonna kick it either way. I mean, if you don't want to, if you want to come on camera, shit, you're more than welcome to.
Loon. If Loon ain't gonna a dog from no camera, bro, he ain't gonna be out shy. He's all up in there. So I don't know,
No,
man. We're gonna be kicking it. We're gonna be kicking it. We're gonna see how really live he is. We're gonna see how really live Lunatic is. The Lunatic in the house over there in Bakersfield, he gonna turn. He gonna turn Bakersfield upside down over there with that. He gonna bring a bunch of light skin to Bakersfield.
I ain't
He's gonna
drinking.
be
I'll be
crazy
smoking.
over there.
I'm not drinking in Bakersfield. I'll be smoking, but I ain't gonna be drinking on Saturday that day for
Just
sure.
follow the scent. Just follow the scent. You find the Red Nation live party over there.
I'll be smoking,
Just go like
but I
this.
won't be drinking. like Beyonce that I'll be smoking, but I won't be drinking. But
A lot
it's
less.
just
Yeah, real talk. We'll be telling, man. Can't wait to see you guys.
oh shit. Oh, he's on fucking antibiotics, dog. Stands on antibiotics.
Oh, is he?
Stan
He
got
can't
gonorrhea,
drink.
dog, so he can't
He
go,
got
dog.
the
Stan got gonorrhea, dog. He's on
he got the
antibiotics.
piojo, bro. He got the
He's
piojos
on
right now.
antibiotics. Man. He's a,
Shave him, bro. Shave him. That's all you
he's got to
need.
finish his round of antibiotics, dog. So let him
Yeah.
live, let him live.
Yeah, that about it. Well, but got the clap. The clap, yeah. You got clap out piojos, bro.
Oh, you're.
What
All
up,
right, man.
Europe?
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Keep it going, man. Keep it going, bro. You fucking. Remember, I told you, man. All you gotta do is stay consistent. I know we have a problem with that shit sometimes too over here, but, bro, just stay consistent, bro. You're gonna keep climbing for sure. Everybody in
I've
the
been
chat
doing
too right
this.
now, like, hey, just go hit up the boy, Yurt, man. Go hit up the boy Yurt,
Yeah,
Yurt Jer's
George,
Raider
man, you got a good
podcast.
show.
Show, man. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but hey, man.
Congratulations, George.
I know I'm gonna be. I know I won't be drinking, but shit, you can go over there. Shit, you want to smoke? I'm gonna be rolling some, so I'll be right there smoking some good trees. You know what I mean? We're gonna have the podcast right there. Shit, there's gonna be some good food. There's gonna be some good music. There's gonna be some Raiders in the house, so it's like
You know
it's
what they're
gonna be
gonna have? They're gonna have that dude Yaya again, bro. He
yeah,
signed up for it, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Again, he
right,
signed up.
bro.
I didn't see him last year. I remember we
I didn't
left. We
see
left.
that.
So like I didn't see get to see him last year either. But I'm gonna hopefully like this year it's like not as hot. You know what I mean? Because last year it was kind of a bitch because we like
You know
the
what,
water
bro?
situation.
I'm
But
looking at the
I think
weather.
it's gonna be
I'm
better
looking at
this
the
year.
weather.
But I think it's gonna be better this year either way. Even
It's
if
gonna
it
be
is
better.
hot, whatever it is, I think it's gonna be better just because we're gonna be more prepared for it. We're gonna be have our own like the water situation all figured out and all that shit like that
Yeah,
because
Lorenzo said that
that
it's gonna
shit
be
was
gripping
crazy,
water over there.
bro. Yeah, that shit was crazy running out of water. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think that's you know what I mean. But that's that's the way you get these events to be better anyway, though. Like so, you live and you learn, and then you just enhance the event, and I think it's gonna be for sure a better. It's gonna be a better experience this year for sure.
It's gonna be fun. It's always fun meeting new people, getting it in with people that you're always talking to, who you're arguing with over there. I know Christopher Radio's gonna be out there, 805.
Oh, glow
Uncle
party,
Bill.
dog. I might fucking take some chocolate mushrooms, maybe, dog. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be fucking.
You know, go out
I'm
all
gonna be
out like that. You staying
like,
the night
tripping
or you
out.
going back that night?
I'm trying back on fucking mushrooms. I'll be like,
Ooh,
nah, I'm
shit,
just
he's
fucking around. I'm
jamming
just
up.
fucking around. Nah, nah, my
You
girl's
gonna
probably
come
gonna
late?
go with me anyway. My girl might go with me anyway, so she just might drive anyway. So she, the way
That's cool.
back, just in case anything. So
Is
yeah,
Miguel and them coming with you this time again, or what? Just you guys?
I don't know because it's his like that's like it's almost like his birthday weekend. So I think that they might be going somewhere. I don't know if they might be going somewhere because I know my sister mentioned it. She gave him this look like motherfucker, we have something planned. Like
Oh, one of them looks like this.
yeah, like motherfucker, you did
But
you forget?
he ain't coming. He ain't coming.
Yeah,
He promised her, yeah, babe, we're gonna do all this when he was drunk. Miguel was all
yes.
drunk. Said, yeah, we're gonna do all
No,
this.
he wasn't drunk yet, so like he got the idea too. Like he didn't answer the question no more. Like if he wanted to go.
Then he knew, he made plans already.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right.
Nah, it's
It's
cool
all
though.
right.
But like it's. I mean, shit. He goes to all the Raider games, so no matter what, we're gonna catch. You guys gonna catch him again. But like
Oh yeah,
it's
the
yeah, nah,
schedule comes
huh?
out next week.
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
Schedule comes out
gotta look
next week
forward
now,
to that,
so
bro.
start making plans for those things too. Like, cause those things take some time to plan for. Like, especially when you're going to the away games, like when you have to, plan out the flights, the hotel situation, and all of that situation. What you're gonna be doing, cause you don't want to just go out there for the game. Sometimes you want to go out there for, you know what I mean. Like if it's especially if it's like a city, like a big city, like last year they went to Chicago. I mean, or a couple years ago they went to Chicago. Last year they went to New Orleans. You know what I mean? So it's like you want to spend a couple of days out there too. You know what I mean? Enjoy the city, all the views, all that shit. You know what I mean? All the little landmarks and shit like that too. So, I mean, we did that in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? We did that in a couple of places. So it's like, yeah, man, you just want to be able to. Those things take some while. So like, I'm glad the schedule's coming out next week, dog. Because yeah, man, it's time
Hey,
to start. It started time to preparing for these games, bro.
yeah, the dates come out. My opinion. I don't know what Wasted had on his show. He probably had the teams. We know the teams who
No,
the
because we know the
sponsors are.
teams already. So all
We just need
that's
the
all that's
dates
right now are the dates.
and the dates.
Yeah,
They're coming
exactly,
out
exactly.
Wednesday.
we already know the team, so like we already know like what are the possibilities to go, but also you want to know the dates too because you don't want to go to like I know some people might, but like I don't want to go to Foxborough in fucking December. Like if when they play the Patriots, I wouldn't
Mhm.
want to go to Foxborough in December because like as much as like I like the snow, but I ain't gonna travel to go somewhere to be fucking cold. You know what I mean? Or like do something like that. Like that's not what I want to go do. Like I'd rather go like if it's gonna be December and they're playing in Miami, like I'd rather go there. You know what I mean? Like in December because there's still 75 degrees over there. You know, in December, so it's like that's the only reason why like the dates are important. Like I know who they're playing, and it's just there's the possibility of some teams, but like we just want to see the dates because like if they work out, they work out. You know. Which you can
We're
never predict
planning.
the weather anyway. You can never predict the weather anyway because the game could be in fucking October and it could be fucking all week raining over there. But it's just like, just at
Well,
least trying to
it's a,
plan for it. I mean, just trying to plan for it ahead of time.
mhm. Yeah, with the teams, we're gonna find out today. Like I'm really excited to go to this Dallas game. Me and my lady are really gonna go, and
That's in Vegas
I'm
though.
gonna hit.
That's the good thing. That's
We're
Vegas.
gonna
That's
hit
gonna be
that
in Vegas.
game up. Yeah,
That would have been cool if
yeah.
that was in Dallas, though. I would have been. That would have been
I would
probably
have went
top
to
of
that
my
too.
list
I promised
because
her. I promised her
no
I'll
matter
take her
what
to
time of
Dallas.
year, no matter what time of year, you can go to that Dallas game. It's
Mm.
indoors. Like and Dallas is cool, but like I mean, obviously you would rather it be in like some shit, but that's the city. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind going to Dallas and the city, like the city like that too. Like that'd be cool. Like fucking Dallas.
I'd be close to my sons too because it's Texas and they live in New Mexico, so it'll be close. It's not close to them, but Texas is a big ass state. But it'll be semi close. They could go with me. They go check it out with
Europe,
me.
Europe's gonna travel. Europe says he's traveling to fucking Philly. Like I know he lives on the East Coast, but he'll travel to fucking. He's gonna travel to the fucking the
He's
you
in
know the
Alabama.
so he'll travel to fucking Philadelphia
Mm-hmm.
to go watch them against the
I just
Eagles.
gonna
That'll
be.
be
I just hope it
oh, he
ain't.
said his girl. He said his girl's an Eagles fan, so
Oh
that works
yeah,
out for both of them. That works out for
yeah, he
both of them.
did. Great game to go to, man. We're gonna play the Super Bowl champs. See if we can put a dent in their little fucking schedule. You know what I mean? That'd be good.
Yeah.
That'd be good right there. I wouldn't doubt this team. I wouldn't doubt. I know they're not gonna underestimate us, but I know it's gonna be a game, bro. I got big ups coming for this team, Gabe. And but I'm not gonna say out loud what I feel right now because I know I'm gonna over exaggerate myself. Or I'm not gonna. I want to say what I feel, but I'm just gonna wait a little bit till the real OTA start happening, and then if they're in Vegas or whatever. That's what I like to do.
Well,
If they came to you know up north, if they came to Napa, it would have been cool for me to go over there, bro, because I've been there
oh,
before
to
and I like
Camp.
that. Yeah, but
Yeah,
this game is not happening.
I might go if I get because it's close for me, dog. Like if I get a couple of
Yeah,
days off, I can go. I could drive up there on this like literally shit, dog. To me, I if I really wanted to, I can go. I could get up because they practice at 7 in the morning. I could get up 4 in the morning, dog. Go make it to their fucking practice facility and then still make it back home by dinner. Like
yeah.
to be honest, I could do that shit if I really wanted to, dog. Like that's the thing,
What up?
like because it's only 3 hours away for me.
Yeah, I wish it was 3 hours for me. But I thought that me and wifey, man, we flying over there. We Airbnb it. No, we want to stay in we want to stay in. We haven't got the hotel yet, but we don't know the date. But we have miles. He has miles on something to get flying over there. And I'm gonna
Oh,
definitely go to the Charger game, the Charger game there, and see you again. You know,
oh
um,
yeah.
but that
I'll be at the
one,
Dodgers game too, so I'm gonna see you there too.
yeah, I'm going to the
I'll be at
Cowboy
the
game for
Dodgers.
real. It was either or. I go wherever it's at, babe. We got to go check it out. So if it was, and then we figured that it's gonna be the same price either way because it's expensive to go to a Dallas game too. My
Oh
brother,
yeah.
my brother's a Dallas fan.
I got some family members as Dallas fans too, so I know that they're gonna be going with us to that game too. So like
Mhm.
they'll pop out, but it's still we're still gonna be we're still gonna outnumber them, so it don't matter.
Yeah. We have to. And the only thing that would do that is production on the field. More people's gonna go if you win games and you look better. You know, what up,
I
Myra?
mean,
Good
if
to
it's at
see
the beginning of the
the
year, if it's
queen
at
of
the
the
beginning of
tailgate.
the year, I think the excitement of the year will get us like give us that thing. But like if we start off losing and they start off winning, it could get ugly, like to where their fans can get take over our stadium. But like I think if it's beginning of the year type shit, like especially if we start off hot and it's like we're 2-0, they're 2-0 or whatever, like yeah, you're gonna see a lot of Raider fans out there, whatever it is. You know, I mean, shit. If it's late in the season and we're fucking winning, damn, you can for sure guarantee that there's gonna be a lot of Raider fans. Because if I remember correctly, like I know that this is never gonna be like Oakland or whatever, like because people always go back to that. But like the closest it's been to it, and you've seen like if you win, like you've seen the game against the Chargers. I mean that the one that was to the one that we went to overtime and we kicked the field goal to win and then eliminated to the playoffs. You seen how filled that Raiders stadium was and how the field was even on TV. Like you seen how just fucking lit the whole stadium was, right? So it's like winning, like if we're winning late and that shit, it might get ugly for those Dallas fans to get tickets. You know what I mean? It might get hard tickets for those Dallas fans to get
That's what we
tickets.
want, bro. We want nothing but
That's
Raider
what we want.
fans there.
Exactly what we want.
But you know what, man? You know what I'm tripping out on? I started thinking, bro, that they started announcing where they want to have games at. And they say they want to have a game in Mexico this
They
year.
played in Mexico before.
I know, but I don't want that Dallas Las Vegas Raider game in Mexico when I want to go to that shit.
Oh, okay. Got you. I don't think we're the
That'll be the
candidate
perfect game.
to be in
That'll be
Mexico.
the
Though.
perfect game in Mexico to go watch. You know what I mean? To be there.
I don't want to take a game away from the Vegas though. Like I don't want to take a game
Yeah.
away from Vegas. Like if it was if Dallas was the home team, if Dallas was considered the home team in that game, then fuck it. Yeah. Let's go play in Mexico. You know what I mean? Because that takes a home game away from them. But like that to take a home game away from us, now like nah, like I don't want to go do that shit.
You just might because of Genty. I think they're gonna want to put him on the shine. You know what I mean? And he might. But I want to see. We didn't have no primetime games last year, did
But I
we?
think that like to be honest, I think the last time the Raiders were in Mexico, it was bad to where I think they still were throwing shit on the field or something like that. To where like I don't think that the NFL wants the Raiders in Mexico or like that. Like I don't think they want them like to go. I think they rather have two teams that it's like like the Cowboys and somebody else. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that I just don't think the NFL wants the Raiders in Mexico.
Would they have it at Azteca? That's a hundred
Azteca.
something thousand, hundred something thousand people in there, bro. Damn, that's fucking big, bro. That's a big ass stadium.
It is, and there's a lot of Raider fans in Mexico too, but there is a lot of
Yeah,
Cowboy fans out there too.
I bet. I bet that'll be a perfect game to go. But nah, man, I hope they don't do that shit to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that the field's ugly out there. There's been to known to be like it's like a soccer stadium, so it's like it's caused injuries. Like when guys have went out there and played, like teams that went out there and played, it's caused some injuries to some players, dog. Like it's caused some ACLs out there. So because I think that the grass is softer and shit like that, so it's like I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. I wouldn't want how
I
as
don't
much
think
as
we've won
I
in
love
Mexico
Mexico and all
either.
that shit. And as much as I
When
love
last
in
time we
Mexico
played
and
in
all that,
Mexico against Brett Favre when he fucking killed us with like 7 touchdowns? That was in
no,
Mexico.
that was in Oakland, no?
Nah, that was in Mexico.
You sure?
I
You
think
sure?
so.
I think that was in
I don't
Oakland,
know
no?
if the chat can find out, but I think Brett
No,
Favre, his dad passed away, and we played him in
nah.
Mexico, and he fucked us up.
We played in
Am I
Azteca a
right?
couple years back, dog. And I think we played against Texans or something like that, in fucking in Azteca or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. What's the
I
number
rather
say,
just
guys? It's either
I
one,
love Mexico.
Australia,
I
New
just
Zealand,
rather
Costa.
I love Mexico, but I rather just not like let two other teams go out there and play a neutral site game. Like I don't need them to take a home game away from the Raiders.
Yeah, we've been good, man, to the league and to the commissioner, so he really can't fuck us like he normally does. We've been good, bro. We've
Nah,
been
gravy.
losing.
Brett Favre, that shit was in fucking that shit was in Oakland.
Was it?
Yeah, I remember that shit. Dog. I remember that shit because he fucking kicked our ass.
Let me check. I'm gonna have to check, bro.
But yeah, ain't nobody playing in Tijuana. Dog. They have a stadium, but like I know because I know the Cholos play there, but I don't know, man. I rather two other teams do it. Let two other teams go and out there and play. Like I know they want to grow the brand or whatever like that too, and the Raiders are good candidates for that too because they do have a lot of fans out there. But or like I would want the Raiders out there too, but as long as they're not taking a home game away from us.
They said we played one game in Mexico
Guess who?
City, New England Patriots. I don't remember that
Oh,
game.
it's against the Patriots.
I remember we had one way before that, bro.
No, I mean, but
2017. That's
that's
when they were.
still either way. I think that was like yeah. I don't want like man. They already did. Haven't they announced already who was going to play the international games anyway? Though
I don't think so. I've
did
never
you?
heard it, bro.
I know that they announced the Australia games.
Did they? They're playing in
Like who was
Australia,
playing?
so Alpha Kazi is gonna get to see a game.
Avakazi would be fucking ecstatic if it was the Raiders.
Yeah, Coach, where's your Raiders cover? What's that mean? What cover for what? Ghetto Boys Raider, what's up, man? Haven't seen you, man. It's up to me, man. Coach Gravy. It's up to Raider Gay 420, my boy. What up, low? Raider Nation Live, man. Hit that, man. Press all our buttons and see what's up. You check us all out, bro. We're all together, man. We got three of us here, but one has a didn't tell nobody else his birthday, but I'll call
Maybe
him up
people,
later, man.
you know,
Oh, my hat. I don't know, bro. I'd rather go bald either day, bro. I got it right here, though. I got it right here, bro. Let me see. I always got something Raiders on with.
nah, but it's just hopefully this year we can just start our foundation, dog, and hopefully Pete just gets us on the right track. That's the most important thing right now. I think we got that, especially with the Genty pick. Love that fucking first round pick. I love our overall draft. You know what I mean? The draft, it just seems every day just looking at more and more into these guys. They look like they're the guys that they want, the good character guys. I mean, the guys that look like they like the game of football. They love the game of football. You know what I mean? So it's like now it's just hopefully they could bring them along, just enough. You know what I mean? So we're like Pete works his magic, and hopefully all these guys can turn into guys that Pete's coached before. You know what I mean? The fucking Earl Thomases of the world, the fucking the Cam Chancellors of the world, the Richard Shermans of the world. Like, I mean, like even with Genty, I know he didn't draft Marshawn Lynch, but he traded for him. So like, that's the guy that he like that Genty kind of like models his game after too. He loves the way Marshawn Lynch played the game, and so it's like it's just I don't know, man. It's just all these little things. It's just getting me excited for Raider football, man. So it's like I just think
Oh,
we're on the
bro.
right.
We start seeing at the end of August, mid-August, some preseason games, start a Hall of Fame game and all that. That'll get us more pumped up and getting ready to go. I like that, bro. House Junkies, what's up, man? How you been? Good to see you.
But yeah,
Says we
man.
are the fourth best team who had a good draft. Falcons, Pats, Cardinals, all. Yeah, to see that. You're
The shits are still pre-ordered right now. The Genty jerseys, like you still gotta pre-order them. Like it still says like buying them, you pre-order them. So like the dates for a later date, so like they come out, like they're actually gonna get there. Like the shipping date's not out for like another. I was looking on fans today, and like it was like you could order it, but it's like pre-order. It says pre-order.
not the one I get from. She says she already got some.
What
But
the fuck?
Instinct Stepper, what's up, man? Myra always, what's up? House
But
Junkies, what's up, man? He said salute to us, bro.
I think he's gonna be the shit, man. I think Genty. I think that's the guy that we have to least worry about, bro. Like I think let's.
That's what I'm talking about. Leave the dude alone, bro. Don't be expecting him to get 16. Don't be saying that. Can't say that. You already you already got these expectations on him, and then and if he don't fulfill it, you're gonna say he sucks. And be better. He's gonna do better than any of the motherfuckers we had last year. I'll tell you that. He's gonna do better than that. So I
I
know that
just
for a fact.
I just see too much like talent in that kid to not be good, bro. Like there's just I don't know, man. It'll be a surprise to me, like
What's up, bro?
if this dude
That guy, what's up?
does not like impress almost everybody this year. Like I think he's gonna do that good, bro. Like he's gonna impress. Like our people already know how good he is, right? And I still think he's going to impress because people are going to be like, "Damn, I know he was great in college, but I didn't know he was going to be this good right away." I think he has a chance to do that, and I don't know, man. I have faith in this guy. I don't know. It might be too much faith in this guy, whatever you guys want to call it, but like, I'm also not going to be like these people too, where they like if he doesn't come out right away, because I'm also smart enough to go out and check, you know, is it because of him? Is it because, the guys up front are still, getting the hang of this scheme, or, or is like, is the play calling again getting, just bad? It's just like a lot of people will be quick to already blame it on Genty if he has two quick games of like
They will.
70. I can guarantee you, like if he has his two first games are only like 70 yards rushing and only like 20 yards receiving, like that's 90 yards like total, and people will still be calling it like, what the hell is this? Like I already
Yeah.
know, because especially it's gonna be coming from the fans that didn't want him picked at 6 in the first place.
And there was a lot of those. They might not say it now, but there was a lot of. There was a lot of them. And I was pushing for the dude. Both of us liked him, and both of us said that we wouldn't be mad if we got him. But he was just out of reach then, and he fouled to us, and we got. And I hope he comes in, and man, I'm just
But
looking
when it's
forward to
all said
watching
and
him run, bro. That's why I want to go. That's why I want to go to the training camp or the OTAs when they start. I want to see him bust out and do drills and shit. I want to see him do that, and I know I'm going to be impressed, bro.
bro, he's
I know
just
I'm
that's
going to
why
be
I'm
impressed.
saying he's just too good, bro. Like there's a reason why he's rated with these running backs. Like when you see it, like the top four running backs rated in the last 20 years, it's him, Saquon, Reggie Bush, and I forgot who else that's like that good. I think it was Adrian Peterson that are rated 95 or above. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like coming out of college, and like there's a reason, bro. Like there's a reason why they said Adrian Peterson was a can't miss when he came out, and he proved it. There's a reason why like there's some running backs that say that they're going to be good no matter what scheme they're in. Like especially if people went to go see like that's why I said earlier, like I seen the pivot podcast that of Jacobs, where they ask him, do you think the scheme makes the back, or does the back make the scheme? He's all, a scheme makes an average back. A good scheme makes an average back, but a great back can work in any scheme. And those are the most fucking truest words I've ever heard, dog. Because like a good running back is going to work in any scheme. Like there's some running backs that can only work in certain type of schemes. Like what we know, like what we said, like with Zamir. I know Zamir is not even worth, fucking like right now is not even worth fucking mentioning, to be honest. But like, it's like you've seen how even one little thing being affected where they were like running power with, the end of that year, what I mean, where, he was effective. But as soon as, the next year came around, there's no game where he was effective. I
Mm-mm.
mean, when they changed the scheme. So it's like, he's one of those backs that were like, I think that Jacobs was kind of talking about. Like, and I don't think that that's an accident either. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, because I think that's might have been one of the things that they told probably fucking Jacobs, that like, I think with our scheme we can, because I think he heard it when Ziegler was saying that he thinks three guys can be, what give the same production as one great guy. You know what I mean? Which we saw how that ended up. You know what I mean? And it's like,
People were with that, Gabe. People were with
and
that. They were
I
with that
know.
shit. And I go no, and
And
they
I
go with
think
that.
that's why Jacobs made it clear today, bro. A good back is great in any scheme, and that's what Gentry's gonna be, bro. Like, there's a reason why Gentry's rated about like this, these highest running backs, and I just don't see him being a bust, regardless if you don't get 1,600 yards this year, because those are people that are just putting big expectations because they didn't want him at 6 anyway.
Yep. They wanted to trade down and get somebody that's there's plenty of running backs over here. Now we got the best. That all that bullshit was a like let's trade back so we could get a running back. Like they were as good as that's it. They weren't. There was a big divide. A big everybody was saying it. Big freaking divide between the Aston Jesse and whoever the next running back is. Now the other running backs, the dude from North Carolina that got picked and went to our division, we're gonna find out on the quick how good this guy is gonna be. And we're gonna find out on the quick how good Aston Genty is.
Hampton,
But Aston Genty with Chip Kelly, he had the blessings of having two running backs with him in college, and it worked out. He ran the football. That's why they won the national championship. They weren't throwing the ball all over the place. They beat you with the run. So I don't know what scheme you were watching. Is that Chip Kelly runs the football, and if Aston Genty wants it, he's gonna give it to him. He's not gonna give it to him 30 times, bro.
hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs
Not,
up.
you know, he's not going to give it
Sure.
to him 30 times. If he needs to, then he will. If he needs to run the shit out of him, he will. So that's just better for Genty. Genty wants the football. It's not like all kick back, let your best running back chill out. We're gonna run. They want to run the shit out of him. They got to get work from him.
Yep.
You know, maybe
No, bro, it's like
you know if he wants to, if he wants to roll up and be in the league for an estimated time of a running back is 4 years. You know, if you want to do that, then fine. That's the length of the contract that you would get. You get your second contract, you're probably borderline get ready to get out the NFL. That's the way it is in the NFL. But you don't save your best player to wait. Nah, bro, you don't do that. You use them. You use them. That's why I got in an argument with several guys that wanted two running backs, wanted to get another running back in the draft. It would have been cool,
I
but
wouldn't have minded. I wouldn't have minded
but
because there was still good ones in the fifth, sixth round. There was still good ones to where like they would have doubled
yeah,
up on one of those guys that was picked in those rounds. Wouldn't have minded it, but like I don't think it's necessary either. Like I obviously think that they could have went a different way when they went back to back with those quarterbacks. Like obviously one's gonna play receiver, but I honestly think they could have went. You know,
different
they could have went a different
linebacker.
route.
I
Whatever.
was
Like I'm not
confused
gonna.
with that.
That's why, but I'm also gonna say like if that guy does become to where like some people are like I know they're already quick to compare him to Julian Edelman and be already starting to put the label on him of
Don't do
Julian
that.
Edelman 2.0. But like if he does say if he even becomes anything close to that, then shit that was actually a great sixth round pick. You know what I mean? To where like and Cam Johnson, like the more I'm seeing about this kid too, I know that he played in the FCS too, but like these two kids, battled each other, whatever, like that, and then like I don't know, man. I think he could give for sure AOC a run for his money. I think I think he's probably gonna give Cam Johnson. I think Cam is gonna
And what's
probably
his name?
give AOC a run for his money.
Because his name Johnson. I don't think his name's Johnson. Campbell or something, isn't it?
Cam, I don't know. It's
I
Cam
forgot his
something,
name,
bro.
bro. My bad. My bad. I'm sorry. I don't think it's Johnson though.
I don't know what it is, but it's Cam. But
What you
Cam, I know
mean low
Cam is
speed
going
coverage?
to
What do you mean, bro? What you mean about
Cam
speed
Miller.
coverage?
Cam Miller.
Yeah, Cam Miller. That's his name. But I don't know if he's gonna give AOC a run. But I don't know.
I think so, man. I think he is.
I
I
think the
really do
kid
think he
from
is.
Nevada, the athlete from
Because
Nevada, can do it. This
the
guy's an
reason
athlete
why
too,
the
but
reason why though is
dude,
I just
he
don't
ran a
think that, like,
4.940, bro. This dude ran a
no, but what
four
I mean
nine
is
forty.
I just Malik yeah, Malik Williams. The only thing is though, the reason why I think that's a guy like that I think that's high on their pick draft. Like I don't think AOC is as high as on their, like, I wouldn't say on the draft on the depth chart like necessarily, but I would say like this is a guy like we've been talking about, like usually new regimes want their guys, and this is a quarterback they picked
What up,
later in the
Lies? How
draft.
you doing?
There's a quarterback they picked later in the draft, not what the previous regime picked later on in the draft. I mean, so like that might already give him the head start to him. You know what I mean? Like, because at the end of the day, like at the end of the day, I think
What up, Ice?
the the play and what they do in training camp is going to be, you know what I mean? Like I think the training camp is going to give them, you know what I mean, a fair shot to each one of them. But I think Cam Miller being their pick is what gives, like, already from start, like, all right, we're gonna give you guys both the very equal opportunity, when most of the time it would be like, okay, AOC, you've been here for 2 years, you know the system, which this is already a different system, so that don't come into account. But what I'm saying is that, like, usually it would be like, okay, you've already been here 2 years and we didn't already release you, so
I don't know what you mean.
you're most likely gonna be our quarterback. But this is a different regime. They picked Cam Miller, and I think that's what's going to give them an equal opportunity. And at the end of the day, I think Cam Miller's more of what Chip Kelly wants anyway.
A guy that runs a 4.940.
Cam Miller?
And that's what I thought. He ran or something like that.
Not
4.8
Cam
or something
Miller.
like.
Because I know Cam Miller in the he had a lot of rushing yards too. But I don't know, man. I just think he's just being their guy. I think that right there gives him the equal opportunity, where another opportunity, I think they'll be like, okay,
Bad.
you're gonna be
ran a
our 4.5.
He ran a 4.5. Yeah, he ran a 4.5. My bad. I was missing for. I was missing.
See,
I missed look something.
that's way.
I
That's
know. I know
fast.
the Mellet. I know the Mellet guy. He's faster, but
Oh,
he's
Mallet,
gonna
yeah,
be
Mallet ran like in the
now.
4.3s. Mallet ran
Yeah,
like
he's
in the four
faster.
threes,
He do
like
that.
high 4.3s, 4.4s.
Mm.
I know, but Miller's not that slow because he had a lot of rushing yards too. He's elusive out there.
All right. Yeah, I know he can run the ball. I seen him. I seen that championship game. They were both getting down.
That's
They
what
were
I'm
both
saying. Like, I
badass. It was
think
a good game.
he's more of Chip Kelly's guy to where, like, I think that's
Mm.
why maybe AOC, his experience in the NFL, maybe that's what gives him the edge at the end. But I think when training camp starts, Miller being their pick, their late round pick, instead of the previous regime's late round pick, I think that's gonna give the backup opportunity like an equal. They're gonna be like on equal terms. To be honest,
I
for
think
me,
that too, Loon. I think that too, bro. Because I don't know. I just right now, if these guys don't,
even
they
Malik.
need to develop. These young guys need to develop. I love the kid from Vegas, but you seen him, bro. And he's a
Yeah, he
go
was like,
quarterback, bro. And then
and they were like,
that offense isn't played in.
when I seen you in LV, and like when he was in there too, like it was a lot of option shit, like a lot of
Oh no,
not.
it's more than that, bro. It's a lot. It's a different. The dude that coached it, he developed that offense. He invented that offense, and
What
I
I
think
mean
he's
is
at
like it's a lot
Sacramento
of
State now.
it has to do with a lot of, like, which I understand for this type of offense or whatever, but like I don't know, man. I think it's it'll be an uphill battle for him, but I think he can stick on the practice squad. It's just that, yeah, I think Cam Miller's. I think he's gonna. He has some potential with that because he has a good arm. He has a good arm too. He's accurate.
Yeah. He said Miller had a 4.6 too. He upped up a whole second on me. So is it gonna go higher? Yeah, well, maybe I was right, but that's still quick for
Nah,
a quarterback. You know, he can make things happen. It's faster than fucking Aiden O'Connell. I'll tell you that. But
my
I don't.
Aiden
I
O'Connell
was
ran
right.
like a
You know, I seen a
4.96.
comment that he doesn't fit. He doesn't fit to what Chip Kelly does.
I think Aiden O'Connell ran like a 4.96 or something like that or
Oh
something.
my god, bro! I don't know what
And then just
that's
the way
McDaniel's
he
shit.
runs, and just the way he runs too, like his mechanics and all of that shit. Like,
They never
damn,
did,
dog,
bro.
like
And he had
4.9.
minus hundreds of yards in college, bro. Every time,
That's what I'm
all
saying. Like
9 years, all 9 years he
four
was in
nine
college,
six.
bro.
What I mean is 4.96. Like that's even to me like the way he runs and the way he runs on the field. Like because there's other guys who run a 4.5 right on the 40, but they look way faster on field, right? Like there's some receivers, like they say, like there's some receivers that will run like a 4.5, but they look faster than a 4.5 on the field.
He can be, yeah.
But in Aiden O'Connell's like fucking like in his fucking case, it's like the way he runs, he don't even look like he could run a 4.96. Like that shit looks like it's a miracle. Like if he were to be able to, it looks like he could run a 5.96 the way he runs.
And we want to keep him. Aiden's the man. You wanted to
You know,
start him. You wanted him to start him last year.
he just looks like it's just like I understand. Like he's accurate. He is accurate out there because I've seen him throw some dots, but like he just looks awkward when he runs, and it's just for this offense, especially for Chip
You have
Kelly.
to run.
I don't
You
think
have to
that's
be able
gonna
to do it.
work, bro. I don't think that's gonna work.
Yeah, I know that. I'm studying that offense right now, Lou. I'm watching it. I'm gonna put that in. So
That's not gonna work,
it's
bro.
very
It's just the way.
complicated. Angles and angles and openings and it's nice, very nice. I love it. I like it. That's the new thing right now, and it's gonna probably spread around in college, and it's probably gonna maybe get in a couple of years get into the pros because I see it working in the pros, especially if you got a lot of speed and you got
Remember, exactly, Trap God. We've been talking about that like on this fucking show forever. Like it looks like he has cement shoes on.
mm-hmm.
It looks like he has cement shoes on, bro. Like he's
Look at
running
this
out there
one.
with
Look at this
cement
one.
shoes. Born baby
Look at this
giraffe.
one.
Yeah, he looks like Bambi
Baby.
coming out of, he looks like Bambi coming out of the womb.
But the good thing about it is that he's accurate. He can chuck the ball. He got it, but he just doesn't
Yeah,
fit, man. Send him to New England. Send him to New
send him
England.
to a somewhere where they're still running that type of fucking shit. You know, where like he can maybe beat out the first round guy, the first guy. Like where he would probably be like okay, like and he would probably get a chance. Go back up to in Miami. I mean, you'll probably get a chance there sometimes, bro. And like you're accurate to where, maybe you just gotta chuck it up out there sometimes. I think he could be a good, be a good backup in Miami, dog.
He said he hope it runs with the like Forrest Gump did with his braces on his legs and shit.
Like all the speed around him, maybe you could hide his speed. You know what I mean? Maybe with all Miami speed, you could hide his speed. You know what I mean? Like so, like send him to Miami or
Bro,
something
he'll
like
look
that.
damn slower, bro. He'll look
Send him
slower
in the,
with that one.
send him in the trade for Jalen Ramsey. Send him in the
Nah,
trade for
straight
Jalen
up.
Ramsey and let him back up. You know what I mean? Not back. I mean, I don't think they'll take it straight up, but send him in like a late round draft pick or something like that. And but for Jalen, and like and take his contract on. And you know what I mean? Then they got their backup. I mean, they're always in need of a backup over there anyway. Like shit. You can never really. I'm sorry to say, but you can never count on fucking on and you can't tell me Tua's fucking. You can't say Tua's like mobile because shit. That's the reason why he gets hurt. And like if you ever look at his actual stats, bro, that fool like averages like 2 yards a game, fucking rushing and shit. Like Tua's. I think I think he could do good in fucking back going to trade him to Miami, dog. Include him in that.
Man,
Go
I don't
trade for
see
Jalen
that, bro.
Ramsey.
I see him backing up homeboy in New England.
See, but May is fucking mobile.
No, I mean, yeah, May ain't been with McDaniels.
But May is like, I don't know. I
Drake
think they're
May
trying
ain't
to go
been
a
with
different
McDaniels.
route. Like, I think if you're trying to get him somewhere to where like the team's still going to depend on the pocket type passer, like, but at the end of the day, he's not
That's what that
left-handed either,
offense
though.
is, bro. That offense is pocket passing. Don't move around. You just sit there and things are open
Who?
up right in front of you. He's
Oh,
taking.
you're talking about well, he is Ziegler and McDaniel's pick.
Send his ass over there. Drake May, Drake
Uh,
May,
they got-
his potential of what he can be is
do they
gonna
got a
be
backup?
big.
Did they
I
get a
don't know.
backup? I think they got a backup in New England though. Hey,
I don't know.
they're saying that old man Joe has the probably going to be coming out of camp is going to be predicted to be the starter in Cleveland. Now, I don't think so, but that's just crazy, man. That's just crazy. The shit at Cleveland, bro. That's just
Bro, they got
crazy.
Josh Dobbs, bro. They
Who?
got Josh Dobbs as a quarterback.
Who?
New England,
No, I'm talking about Cleveland. They have fucking. Oh, you're talking about the backup
New
in New
England.
England, though.
They did Elcano could beat out Dobbs quick.
But just having like Josh Dobbs, because I know Josh Dobbs just signed over there, so just having Josh Dobbs shows me that they don't want like they probably don't even want like a slower quarterback because Drake May has feet. Like I seen him in North Carolina, dog. Like that's why it was like he might be he might be that pale color or whatever you want to say, but like that fool got some wheels. Drake May. Drake May got some wheels.
Now we got quarterbacks that got wheels now on our team,
I honestly think I don't
except for
know,
him.
man. Drake May coming out of college, like he was known for like he could get out of the pocket. He could for sure get out of the pocket, and
What
that's
up,
why
Jack
I think
Kennedy? What you doing?
how many teams out there are still looking for a pocket passer?
Nah, they ain't no more. It ain't in no more, bro. It's gonna come back, I bet you. But once these guys start getting hurt and all fucked up, it's gonna come back. And then the offensive line, you got to protect these dudes.
Oh,
It's gonna be
just the way
different.
that the game is moving, the way that the
It
game
always
is
doesn't
moving.
rotate. You know, it always goes like this. You know what I mean?
Because there's so many kids already working on that shit since they're like 7 years old to be, mobile and they're gifted with that shit, dog. So it's like, it's hard to have just one skill set now. It's hard.
You need to run. You need to be able to run routes. You need to be able to play wide receiver. The quarterbacks are doing that now, bro.
No, I'm not like yeah that too. But what I'm just saying like you cannot be like it's very hard to exist. Like you have to be like the elite of the elite of the elite passer if you don't have no wheels. Like if you can't get out of the pocket and run, like you have to be, or you have to be so like if you, and then the other way around, if you're so good at just running the ball and you can't throw really that much, you're gonna just be converted into a running back. You know what I mean? So it's like that's why it's like you have to have both skill sets now. Like it's very hard to survive though with just that one skill set of just being able to pass. I think that's the bet. That's like the only like the easier way to survive. Like as like in when you have one of the two type of things like running or passing. But like the thing is, what running at quarterback now with almost everybody being that, you know what I mean, having the like at least some type of that skill set is like damn, like AOC has a uphill climb, bro, because he needs to get so good at fucking accuracy. Like he needs to be like almost perfect, dog. Like and then like just the little mistakes that he does, like there's so much emphasized because they're like, damn, bro, you can't run the fucking ball already, and now you're fucking up when where that's where you're supposed to be good at.
Bro, did he ever run and get us a first down? I think he did, huh? We got all happy and shit. I think he
He
did with
did, and
that.
he got hurt. I think that's the time where he got hurt in his
Oh, when he
fucking knee.
started flipping around like a fish and holding his
Yeah,
little bruised knee. Oh man. He started
You have
fluffing
to have,
around like a little soccer player, huh?
you have to have an air cast to take him out, dog, for a bruised knee. That's what like fuck. I don't know. Like I'm sorry, bro, but like it's like fuck, man. You know, like it's like you can't. You have to be the elite of the elite to survive with just one type of skill set, bro. Now you can't like. There's too many quarterbacks coming up in this day and age with both. Like every single one has it, bro. Like even if they're not like elite at running the ball, they have that in their arsenal if they have to. They could get out of the pocket. They could extend the play.
See, that's why. This is why I think, Gabe, that Tom Brady wasn't involved in his draft because as much as we know about this, that if he was involved in this draft, we would have got Shedeur Sanders.
No, he
You
said
know
he
what I mean?
stepped away. He said he just recently said that he stepped away during the
Yeah, I
draft.
seen that. I
And that's
seen that.
like,
So everybody that said, "Hey,
man,
Tom Brady's not gonna let this happen," then Tom Brady wasn't involved in this draft. Period. So
what I mean is that look, but I said this in the last show though. Like, I still gotta give him credit though because Spytek's his guy, and I give Spytek a lot of credit for this draft. You know what I mean? Also Pete, but I think he had a lot to do with that hire too. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, with the Pete hire, so that's why he hired the right people so he can sit back during this time. So that's why like I still give him his props, though.
because I always say, what is he doing? Why are we talking about him so much? Like, Tom Brady ain't gonna let that happen. Well, he ain't doing
Like you know
nothing
why
with.
I think, hey, but all eyes has a point right there because I think that news came out recently, the Tom Brady news of he had nothing to do with the draft because his
He
connection
said
with
that.
Dion, like his connection with Dion type shit. I think that like he's trying to just be like, you know what, I had nothing to do with the draft. I just stepped away. The Shador thing's not on me. Like I think that's like it's like the setup to the setup. You know what I mean? Like don't put that on me. You know what I mean? Like that's like this. Just don't put that. Like he's just already trying to say, don't put that on me.
What? How you think the kid's gonna do? Dude? How you think the kid's gonna do over there in Cleveland?
I don't know, man. It all depends on bro. Like to be honest, at
That's
the end
a
of the day,
long.
I
That's
don't
a
think
long
this.
fight.
I don't think the own like if it was a conspiracy shit type shit like which you guys all know like on this channel like I'm very well like said it that like I think it was something type of like on along those lines. So like if it was, I don't think it's over yet. I don't
So
think
you,
that. I
you,
think that's
you
just the beginning. Like there's a reason why they fucking they fucking drafted him to a team that already has like 5 quarterbacks, though. Like you're not gonna like. There's not every single media member is gonna be
up,
out there
Chris? How you doing,
and
man?
watching every single practices when they're closed off, and like not everybody's going to be like they're gonna be able to spin whatever they want. Like whoever starts, they're just gonna be able to say like Shador just wasn't good enough. I mean, like even if he was like even if like if it
Up,
is
Chris?
true or not, like we were like as a fan base, nobody's really ever gonna really know because a lot of those practices are really closed off to the media at the end of the day, like when they really get into it. You know what I mean? So it's like at the end of the day, I think it's just like gonna be, you know what I mean? Like I don't think if it was like a setup, I don't think it's over yet. I still don't think he gets a fair shot yet. Like I still think that they're gonna be like Star Gabriel before him or Flacco. Like they're already starting to say that Flacco has the head start to being the day one starter. So it's like I just think like it's going to be. It's still not over yet, bro. Like if that's what it was.
He has a long road to do. I hope he does. He needs to go in there and work his ass off, bro. And I think that that's gonna be different for him
I hope
because
that's what it's based on, though. I hope that's what it's based on now. I hope that they
mhm,
made the example that they needed to make, and that's what they leave it at. Like, look, this is the example. Now straighten up, do your work, and you will get a fair shot. But at the end of the day, bro, I don't think that's what it's gonna be. Like, I do not wholeheartedly think that's what it's gonna be. Not with these some of these petty owners and some of these petty things like that that go on like behind the scenes like that you've heard of. Like I just don't think so. Like I hope so. I hope now that they picked him in the fifth round and they say like and they do give him a fair shot and the best quarterback may win, whatever. Hopefully he is that. If he's not, he's not, whatever. Like that. You know what would be great? Put them on fucking Hard Knocks. Put them on Hard Knocks again.
And see it, yeah.
Put those motherfuckers on Hard Knocks again, bro. You know what I mean? Like, don't let them hide that shit. Bet you they won't want that shit. Bet you the NFL won't want
But
that
after
shit.
Dion won't let that happen.
No, I think that the NFL or fucking the Browns won't let that happen. I think Dion would want that shit to happen because then you can see the shit on screen play out. But like, I don't think, hell no.
Help it needs and get his team the help it
Prepared me
needs.
to spend that money and get this team the help it needs. I agree. I want to go trade for like a Ramsey. I want to go, go sign up for some safety help. You know what I mean? Like Justice Simmons. I think is still out there, bro. Like he or go or like even like I know that there's. I don't know what the red flags are. To be honest, I've seen him as a solid player. I don't know if it's like he has trouble with the coaching or whatever it is, but the Sante
So
Samuel
Simmons,
is still available. You
oh
know,
yeah,
Sante
something Simmons.
Samuel, Sante Samuel Jr. still being available out there. Like I know that that's the narrative. Like you know what I mean. Like because the kid, I've seen him be good out there. I've seen him make some fucking plays. I've been there in person to make some plays when he picked off fucking, Aiden O'Connell in the last fucking play of the game.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So it's like I've seen him make some fucking plays. You know what I mean? So it's like when all like so it's like I don't know, man. I think the biggest thing with him is the character thing. So that's why I think that they're shying away from that. But there's still other players out there. You know what I mean? So it's like I do think that there's that money, and also we got to look into like the Colton Miller thing to see if we can use any of that money to like what I mean. Maybe extend them now if you feel like you're going to keep them anyway for a couple more years. You know what I mean? Jacoby Myers, like you said earlier, that's also another big thing. Let's see if you can get him extended for a couple more years because he's not that old either. So like, and I
nah,
think he's important to this team. You know what I mean?
he's
I think
young and
it's
he's productive. Both those guys are young and productive. You know what I mean?
get
But so
those
you don't have
guys
to
showing
be
up. But
you don't have to be 27, 26 years old to be good. You can be 32, you can be 31. We think that's old. It's just young to me, man. Those are that age and what you play. You look at the experience of the offensive linemen that we have out there. They're in their 30s, the high 20s, and the Pro Bowlers. Some of them are so good they retire right after. They're done. But I just think
yeah,
us getting young and getting good guys is a solid move as far as the offensive line is concerned. And I think
yeah,
even if
man.
we have a mediocre offensive line, that Aston Genty can make them better too,
I think we're gonna
because
be
he's one
good,
of
man.
those guys.
Good. On the
He's one of
offensive
those
side,
guys.
I really do think the biggest improvement for me, like right now, already looking like it's gonna be on the offensive side. The
Mm-hmm.
biggest hit we might take is on the defensive side, and like not the defensive line, because I think the defensive line is gonna eat, which that can, at the end of the day, I think that was the biggest problem last year anyway, too, to where like our defensive line was hurt. You know what I mean? To like that kind of affected a lot of the other things because I think it starts up front. But I think that's where we might have a little bit more trouble on because I believe in like our offense, bro. I think our offense is going to be a lot improved. Like the back end of our defense is what scares me a little bit. You know what I mean? The corner position, the coverage ability for like these safeties and shit like that. Like I do believe like in the influence that Pete might have because he has done a lot of good things with a lot of defensive backs. You know what I mean? But I don't want to also put too much on Pete's plate too. Like I would like a lot. I would like some help. You know what I mean out there, especially you know what I mean. I would say the safety position to get like just to sure up some guy because I would like to have Chin and Palomalo. I like Chin and Palomalo, but like if you could have a coverage safety out there and just have you know one guy out there as playing the other safety position and where you can have Chin playing a lot of that third linebacker that we were talking about earlier. You know what I mean? Like to where he could be that coverage because he has the size. He could have a coverage like where he can be that type of rover type, safety, what I mean, Cam Chancellor type, you know what I mean? So like I just I don't know, man. I just think we need a lot. I think we need help at I think like this the defensive, like the back end needs the most help.
But then we get is it Stokes a two-way safety corner too?
Yeah, bro, but I think that's also I think it's that's also hoping a lot too. I mean, like I know people say they see a lot in this guy too. Like last year was I guess the first year he played 17 games, but I mean he's had trouble in his career too. Like let's go get a proven guy. Like that's why I keep emphasizing on the name like Jalen Ramsey, bro. Like let's go trade for somebody like that. Like if you really want to make an impact, I think right now, and we're young, bro. Like it's not like we're gonna be like, oh fuck, we're just adding an old guy, like an older guy to an old team. Like we're adding a veteran to I think a position group that needs like a veteran like presence. You know what I mean? Like we lost, I think like we have a bunch of young guys at corner right now. I mean, we have Darian Porter. We have the
I
Cam.
think they're gonna put that home guy at slot because the he played it all right at the end of the season last year. He's a slot guy.
I
Darnay
just think that
Home.
all I'm saying is that because we have a but even Darnay Holmes is not even that old, bro. Like he's not been in the
That's
league that
true.
much
Yeah.
longer. Like what I'm saying is that like we could use some. And Jalen Ramsey's not no slouch. Like, you know what I mean? He's not no fucking slouch out here. So it's like he's worth it. Like to go out there and be that guy. You know what I mean? To mentor these fucking young bucks. That are like the Cam Richardsons, the you know what I mean, the Jacorian Bennett's, the fucking Darian Porters, you know what I mean? Like those guys, you know what I mean, that could go a long way with these young guys.
Yes, sir. Chad's talking about the offensive line. We're over here talking about DBs and shit.
I mean, I like our offense, the pickups that we made with our offensive line though. Like I don't see why people point at our offensive line as much as like that to where like because I think our offensive line this year, like even in the second half of like I've talked about this in the offseason, like to where I think we could all agree that fucking Luke Getzey was trash. Like no matter what you were doing, like those plays were so predictable. Like you can block it, but the defense knew where the fucking play was going. Like it was so predictable to like there was an improvement in the second half of the season, and even in our run game. It might have been slightly or whatever it was, but it got slightly improved throughout the season. So I think we also addressed it in this draft. I mean,
Yeah, we did.
we also got some veteran guys like Capo, whatever like that too. We re-signed Meredith. You know what I mean? So like, I don't see the offensive line being the biggest problem. Like a lot of people seeing it now. I do think we addressed it. I think that we got to tackle a potential future tackle in you know what I mean in Rogers, and you know what I mean, and we got another guy that's gonna probably play guard right away. I think you know what I mean. So it's
Oh,
like,
oh,
no, I mean, I think Caleb Rogers is gonna probably be the guy that plays guard. You know what I mean, and then
yeah,
you know what I
he's
mean.
gonna
What's
be
it? And Charles Grant's the one that's gonna be probably eventually be a tackle. You know what I mean. But I think that Caleb Rogers with his size and I think the way what I've seen out of him from fucking you know what I mean from tech. You know what I mean. I just think that dude could be a good ass fucking guard, bro. Like I think he can be. We addressed the offensive line. I think we addressed this offensive line to where it's going to create competition, and then just like what I said earlier, just having Genty back there is going to make the offensive line look better.
it's gonna give him a lot of confidence, bro, and they're gonna want to block for this kid. And then I think that's what happens.
And
I
then you
think
got guys
that's gonna
that
be
can line up at fullback, like just in case in a short fucking yardage situation, you could have a guy like JJ Pegs, you know what I mean, line up at fucking at fullback in front of Genty. I mean, just to
I
like
ain't with that, bro. I ain't with that. I ain't with that.
shit.
Yeah. Now you know what? If I see it, I'll be happy about it. But I just said, if we do shit like that, we gotta be winning. So I don't do shit like that unless we win. It's good to see, but hey, if it becomes a play, then They do it.
bro. On a short yardage situation though, when you have beef like that, like, and he's already known to be able to do that, that's cool though, like that, because
I want him
that's a
to. I
guy
want
lead
him
blocker, and you have it's a short
primary,
yardage, third and
primary
one.
guy. Primarily, I want him to stop the run and get to the quarterback. You know what I
No,
mean? That's what I want him to do. Plug that shit up.
of course. But if you can have
But ain't
that,
nobody saying that. Ain't nobody saying that, Gabe. They're saying we can put him at fullback. Fuck that. He's a
no,
defensive
no, no, no,
tackle
no.
first.
You
That's what
can.
just like we're overreacting with the Genty 1,600 yards. This is what we're saying about Pegoose, whatever his name is. So he
Hey,
can line up at
but what I
fullback.
mean is
I
that
want the
like
motherfucker to get the quarterback. I want him to stop the run.
no,
I
no,
want
no.
him to plug up
I'm not
holes and
saying
put pressure on the quarterback.
I'm not putting any no expectations on a fucking offensive side. Like no, there's no way.
That
Like dude,
don't
dude did
hey,
score seven touchdowns.
put
The
Pegoose
dude
in
did score
the
seven
41.
touchdowns. The dude did
That's
score
what we
seven
got.
touchdowns.
That's
But
why we got
you know what I
Genty.
mean? So it's like what I mean is that like
Genty scored 20. Genty
if he
scored
shows
20.
in
What's wrong
camp,
with using that?
what I mean is if he can if he shows in camp to where he's effective at the fullback position and can get out there and he can because he's a big dude that can move and he can be effective on the short yard shit. I mean the fucking you see Philadelphia be so effective with that tush push that now they're trying to take it out the league to where like if you can make it automatic to where like that dude's such a good blocker or coming in off the bench be a good blocker on a short yardage situation to where it's just 9 out of 10 third down conversions are being converted when Genty and him are out there. Like, obviously, you're gonna keep using him out there, but the thing is that he has that in his pocket. That's what I'm saying. He has that in his bag. Is what I'm saying. Like, there's it's not like a guy that you're like, oh, what the fuck? Why are they bringing that guy in? I mean, like this guy's never played fullback before. Like, why the fuck would you bring that guy in right now? Like,
But
I
I
just
don't
think
think
that
they
this
picked
dude,
him because that. I don't think he was picked because that.
bro,
He was
that
picked
dude,
because he's a dick.
he was announced like you know what I mean, like a fullback.
Well, he can do that.
Fucking,
He can do that. But he's a defensive tackle. I want him to be a defensive tackle first.
but that we have Tank Hemingway too. I like that pick too.
I do.
The Tank Hemingway pick too. Like that one was a good pick too. But like it's like I don't know, man. JJ Pigs. I don't know. You do, like I
I
don't
gotta
want
say his
to.
name first. I gotta get his
I don't
name right first.
I don't want to fucking be like, oh shit, he should be our starting fullback because there's like that's not used in the league too much anymore anyway. But it's like shit on 3rd and 1, 30 inches. Shit, it's a
That's why you
big
got
boy.
Genty.
That's a
That's why you
big
got
boy.
Genty.
That's lead blocking for you though. For like if you got him, you know what I mean. I'm not saying give him the ball. I'm saying lead
I
block.
want him to get the ball. That's what I mean.
I'm saying lead block.
He scored
You
7
have that guy
touchdowns.
lead
Hey,
blocking.
he scored for his college team. That
What I'm
shit
saying
don't
is
work
you
a
have
lot in
that guy
pro.
lead blocking at fullback in front
Yeah,
of
that's a
Genty for
luxury.
you. Shoo,
That's a
that's
luxury
hard to
for you to
stop.
do that shit. We better be winning.
If they can perfect that, that's gonna be hard to stop, bro. Like if you got a big guy like that moving the pile in front of you, especially if like these guards, like especially with JPJ to center who gets off the ball hella quick, like that can be fucking a deadly fucking combination, bro. Like who's gonna stop that trio going up the middle? Like you have a big dude coming up lead blocking, you have off the center flying off the ball, you got JPJ, and then you got Genty running the ball. Like that could be a killer like way to stop a short yardage situation. That could be like, and those third and short situations a lot of the times haven't worked our way. I mean, fucking, we get stopped because of fucking Chris fucking Jones is always breaking up the fucking play or something like that, or putting
He
in
jumping
putting our
outside.
center,
Jumping outside.
putting
They're
our
making
center,
third and 6.
yeah, putting our center 2 yards in the backfield. So I think that's where I think that's where I like our.
Cool Kev's already saying 2.0 Lindenberg Beaker.
Yeah,
That's
that's where I like
number
our
3.
chances. Yeah, I used to like Greg Beaker. That's why I fucking.
That's,
Shit, he was one of my.
that's basically what Cool Kev's saying is that he's a 2.0 for Beaker. Bullshit. The 7th
No,
round
but
pick.
what? Shit, man.
My opinion, you get Genty in fantasy, you're probably gonna lose your league. You don't get rookies out of it.
Nah, but
Play
it's
my
just,
fantasy and see, play Hollow Squad fantasy and see what's up.
bro. It's gonna be hard to stop those guys because that's why that was like that's one of the biggest things too. Like this off season to where like I think JPJ's putting in a lot of work too, bro. Like to where I think that's a big thing that's hurt us a lot all over the years too. To where because there's these dominant defensive tackles in the league now. You know what I mean? Like fucking, especially the one that we play twice a year. You know what I
Best,
mean?
the
So it's
best.
like, you know what I mean? So it's like, so having JPJ go in there and like, you know, I think he's gonna be able to do be a dude that's gonna be able to hold his own up because you see him putting in the work too. Like they say, like he's the one showing up with Max Crosby. You know what I mean? Like and I like that.
Mhm.
I love that attitude because that fool's had it since day one. And he showed like that he's already worth of, you know, like how high he was picked. Some people were saying that he was like he was dropping in the draft. Remember, he was like supposed to be a late first round pick or whatever. I know that he didn't drop too much like other dudes, but what I'm saying is that like now getting him in the second round, damn dog, like that was like a great pick in the second round. Like he's a dude that like he's gonna be up there. I think as being talked about one of the better centers in this league, if not the best center in this league. So I think he's putting in the work, dog. Like I think he has that potential.
I feel like for PC, it's going to be an interesting season. They're gonna do it. I think they're gonna do it.
I like JPJ, bro. JPJ is going to be that, and then that's another thing people are not taking into account too. Like Glaze is another year, you know what I mean? Another year fucking older, you know what I mean? Fucking JPJ is another year older. Like I know everybody's pointing to last year and even you know and want to put even everything on the beginning of last year too. Like to where we started off so bad, like people only remember that. Like I understand we didn't get so much better, but like you've seen progress throughout the year to where like even Miller, you know what I mean? Miller throughout the year, the beginning of the year, he looked like shit. Colton looked like shit, and then you know later the second half of the season, he you know he tightened it up. Only gave up one sack. Played you know started to look like a little bit like Miller again. You know what I mean? To where like even Sincere
Came
had a
back,
good
came back
you
good.
know even Sincere started opening up some eyes. You know what I mean? To where like oh shit, you know what I mean? We're like fuck. He had 80
He's
yards. He had
back.
80 something yards.
He's
So
back.
it's like
Yeah.
the offensive line got better. The offensive line got throughout the year last year, and they were rookies last year. And I think they got better. I think they got better. Those guys are gonna get better, and we addressed them again. I think we addressed the offensive line again in the third round again, to where that's not low. That's not low picks for an offensive line, to be honest.
Third
In the third
rounders? No
round,
way. That's where Glaze came from, and look how you panned out. So these guys are supposedly better than him, and I'm expecting them to play, to get in there and play.
that's why I'm not so worried about the offensive line. Like people were saying earlier, to like we're talking about the offensive line. I mean, we're talking about DBs when we need offensive line. So we're like, I'm thinking of those guys. I mean, I think we need more. I think we need more fucking DBs, to be honest.
You've been saying that. And I heard these new. I heard these
The only
two.
reason I don't say linebacker, like the only reason I don't agree with the linebacker, is if you're gonna go out and trade for a linebacker, a top 10 tier linebacker, fuck yeah, go do that. That would be my best. Like that would be the best thing to do, right? Like if you're gonna go out and go trade for a fucking one of these fucking good, really good linebackers in the league, right? But like I just look at the landscape of free agents and the linebackers, and there's no names out there that you would want like to go see, like you know what I
Nobody
mean?
want.
Or like that's the reason why it's like I think that there's more of a possibility that you can still go out and reach out and get somebody on the free agency list and still improve in the DB room right now. Like you could pick up the phone right now and improve it like tremendously right now, like without even having to go trade for like a Jalen Ramsey. I think there's guys out there that will improve this cornerback room or the safety room right now to where like this the linebacking room, you go out and trade for one of these guys, they might still be competing with the Eichenbergs and the Lindenbergs and the Gainers and shit like that. The guys that are left over still. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't want to go out and go trade for a fucking line. I mean, go out and go get one of these linebackers on the free agency list because it's like I think we have those type of guys that are going to be competing
Oh,
already for a job.
well, the reason maybe they're confident in these young guys now. You know, maybe
That's why
they're confident
I
in
think so
Bernie
too. That's why
and maybe Gainer.
I rather go like DBs. To me, I rather go DBs, but
But
I
I'm
just
with
mean
you
maybe
on getting DBs. I'm with you on that. Getting corners.
it's a
Or
passing
maybe
league,
you know, you
man.
later said safety. You said safety, but either one, I think
Can
that'll
never
be
have
good
enough
for us.
DBs. Can never have enough defense alignment, but you can
Never the
never have enough
DBs
DBs either
because they
because
balance each other. They balance
exactly,
each
bro.
other.
One helps out the other two on some like sometimes you might depend on one more, but they balance each other out at the end of the day, bro. Like because a lot of the times the DBs can fucking
Yeah, bro. How you doing?
the quarterback might have three four
Bueno, what's
seconds
up?
out there, but there was a coverage sack. You know what I mean? Because they were so covered. You know what I mean? So it's like they go hand in hand, bro. So it's like I like where our defensive line's at right now. You can never have enough, to be honest, and I'm with everybody on that. You can never have enough defensive linemen, but
I
yeah,
wouldn't
I
be
think we
surprised if they got more of those guys. But secondary is an issue. But linebacker, if they're satisfied with the linebackers, their intention is to build up that front and then have the back half, to get five DBs back
I think
there.
Devin White's gonna be good, man. I don't know why. I just have a feeling Devin White's gonna be good, bro. I don't know why. I just have a feeling that Devin
You
White's gonna
going
be.
for him?
I have I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for Devin White to be good. That's gonna be my
Me
guy.
too.
That's gonna be like I'm a root for this year. Like I hope that because he has the potential, bro. He has the speed. He's been out there. He's won a Super Bowl, bro. Like he's been and played a hell of a fucking and played at a high level on that Super Bowl team. So it's like I'm rooting for that dude. I hope Devin White.
Maybe
I hope I'm right about
maybe
that.
this
I hope I'm right
transition will
about
be maybe this transition will be good for him.
that. I hope I'm right about that.
What up, Bono? How you doing?
But damn, man, we've
All
been on
right,
here for
Gabe,
12.
we got 35 in the house. You want to keep going? We got two and a half.
Oh shit, no, I
What you want to
fucking
do?
gotta wake
You
up early
hungry?
tomorrow. No, I gotta wake up early tomorrow.
Oh, you do? Well, Gabe has to
Yeah.
wake up early tomorrow, so that's the reason why we got to cut out. Plus, I'm in
Nah,
pain.
2.5
I can't
hours.
sleep for no more than 2 hours. And uh, I'm glad Gabe came with me, so we could
Yeah,
talk about
man.
this stuff.
I'm just, oh man, I just hadn't got it out anything like really. So
Gritty
it was
Vance
talk
came.
about Raiders.
Those are
Just
some
put
of
it.
the free agents we got. I haven't seen the whole list of the free agents we got, but I'm gonna check them out. I got time now. I've been doing a lot of. My dog got a fucking foxtail in her eye, and I had to go do that shit.
Yeah.
Got to pull her out. Fucking, I had to pull that out at the vet. I was a little bit of money, so I had to do that today. I was worried about it, but she's all right now.
But yeah, man. Shit. I'm just glad that we just. I think we can
I got time to
just.
look at these guys.
Everybody's excited, man. I just like. I love. I can't wait till August comes around and then
Me too.
September, bro.
That's around preseason right there, bro. The August now, so I can't
That's
wait
what
either. It's very close, bro. Football's coming right now.
even fucking
It's starting up
July.
for me in
July,
high school.
because
Yeah,
I do plan on going to some like hopefully going on to the training camp. You know what I mean? Like so
me too, bro.
even July,
Me too.
even
We gotta
July.
hook up. Get with homeboy Goon again and see if we can running that show again. You know what I mean?
Sure.
We'll see what's up. But hey, I want to thank everybody for the chat that's here with us. I know there's 34 in here, but I hate to leave it at that level. But Gabe has to wake up early tomorrow to go to work, and
Yeah.
I'm suffering in pain over here from I got to take some of the good, and then I'll be back to normal again.
You going live tomorrow morning?
Oh no, I want to, but I had the dog thing, and then I had
Oh,
uh but it's so uncomfortable for me, Gabe, to be sitting there. Just like you'll be 15 minutes and I'll start hurting. And then I gotta get up and I gotta go lay down. It's just weird, man, how my body's doing with this right now. But it's just where they cut me at. So that's it.
That's
It's not
that's
out. It's not outside where the stitches. Well, I don't have stitches, but it's just the
yeah, for
inside of
sure.
my belly where it hurts. But I'll get.
But yeah,
I'm well. I feel good. I'm blessed to feel good with the transplant, and it was just some minor stuff I needed to take care of. So it just had to reopen that incision from the transplant, and it just hurts. So I'm just doped up all the time, bro. It feels good. It feels good to get legally
dude,
be doped up
me on
legally.
weed, me on weed.
But I want to thank everybody for being here on the chat. Gabe, thanks you also. And remember, man, always take that last rip with Gabe. And don't drink and drive. And happy birthday to my boy Lowe, man. I'm sorry I didn't get to reach out to you because I forgot.
Yo,
So we'll make sure to make it up to you when we see you and jump your ass, beat you down like 42 times or however old you are. So me and Gabe's family are gonna jump your ass when we see you at the Bakersfield. So get
2 weeks.
ready. Yeah. But anyways, man, you know how we do it when we leave the show, man. On behalf of Gabe and myself, we're gonna say we're gonna do it on 1, 2, 3. Ready, Gabe? One,
Yeah.
two, three. Ray.
Raiders.